And if you don't have,
Okay, Baron, we're now live on your channel. I'm gonna go and double check and make sure that it actually is live on your channel. But
I'm going over there checking myself there. You know,
we're leaving out Cash because he doesn't have an ass.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is sitting back. There we are. I look at all. Hey, everybody who might be wondering, we are now streaming on two platforms, Pacific and 414. Myself, you've been missing a lot of insanity, especially the love affair between Gap After Dark and Cash Money.
Better than Gap.
That's not what you said last night.
Oh no!
Oh,
yikes!
Oh my God!
Good grief!
And
listen, if you two need a room,
definitely. Yeah.
No, it's all right. I'll just send Phil McCracken over there with the Easy Bake Oven.
And just want to remind you, this segment is brought to you by Gaps After Dark Mercantile. That's right. If you're balled down there, just remember we got the hair. So please give a call. That's 1-800-555-BUSH. That's 1-800-555-BUSH.
That better not become a clip. That better
not to be confused with another number. 1-800-555-noob. That's 1-800-555-noob. If you or someone you know is playing on easy mode and you don't have the balls to play at a harder difficulty, call this number and get yourself some balls. Damn it!
Listen, if you're playing any kind of game, make sure it's at least on normal difficulty. Don't do that easy mode, story mode, jumbo, wumbo stuff. It's not good. It's not good. Push yourself a little bit in a game. As Doc Pop would say, just like life, why should a game be easy as well?
Easy rhymes with sleazy. Yeah, balls and Bush here on this segment of Pop Talk 414, co-streaming on Baron Norman-Tag's Fandomology.
Yeah. Baron Norman-Tag's Fandomology will never be the same again.
And also, added to that, if you have a list of movies that you like, and for some reason there's certain movies you don't like, Aliens, Predator, and it's very low on your list, you might want to check your life choices.
You know, he's going to find a way to give you COVID, man. He's going to find a way to give you the COVID.
No.
It
does suck that he got COVID again because COVID is not fun. Yeah.
Oh, come on, Phil. Come on, join the party, join the fun. Come on. You know you want to.
You sure you know which way is down, Phil?
Gap misses you.
You chicken.
Gap
chicken.
I have to tell you something very sad, and I need to tell you it now. Last night, I went to the hospital, and I tested positive. For playing a video game on easy mode.
That would be something.
Should have never did that co-op.
Yep, that should be something. That is brought to you by Chris, King Ass Ripper extraordinaire.
Oh, that's not getting ass ripping going.
Yep. This is the individual responsible for all the other clips that you're hearing, other than what Gap and Cash have been saying all night.
Make sure if he uses your voice on a live stream and he says he doesn't, make sure you charge him because it's your voice.
It's your voice, and it belongs to you.
Cash, I'm very sorry for your positive diagnosis of easy mode.
I don't play games on easy mode, so I'm not Paul.
Cash is not easy. Just ask Gap.
No.
Oh.
Oh my God. It doesn't. It takes a lot to keep me quiet, but boy,
that's
my.
I couldn't resist.
I'm not rubbing your bald head tonight, Cash, for all that you said tonight.
Which one?
Cash is bald.
I walked into that one.
I wasn't even gonna touch that. Nope.
Well, I wasn't gonna touch it either. It sounds like Gap wanted to.
I'm not doing that.
Since Spark, Jetsparks, did you take a page out of Nerdporial? Because you have shameless plug there under your name. I see that.
Oh, did he go full Brian on us? He would never go full Brian.
Did you go full Brian on us, Jet?
I got
Is that what
to
happened?
people. I got to promote shit. Yeah, I gotta promote my stuff. Come on. So yeah, I'm playing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm gonna do all 3 games. This is my big important. I think this is gonna be my first and biggest playthrough Let's Play of the whole year. I think last year I only played like 2 games. I think I forget what. Oh yeah, I played The Quarry and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. So. This is probably going to be the biggest one because I'm glad that because the thing is I already have the trailer for the Let's Play on my channel, so again you already know the specifics of how I'm playing the game. So go check that video out here. I can put it in the chat.
Hey, Mr. DJ, put a record on.
But my phonograph is downstairs.
We'll wait for you.
And DJ Ronnie G, welcome to the madness that is PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. Now streaming over on Baron Tag's Fandomology.
We're taking over YouTube 1 channel at a time, and of course for Jetsparks, this is for you.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
After all 3 of those games, you get game over, man. Well, you're going to play Mass Effect. Game over, man. Never mind.
And for anybody who's might be tuning in on Baron's side or Pacific side and has been wondering how the show's been so far, it's been like this.
Yeah. I can watch on 2 TVs.
Man. Isn't that amazing?
I wanted to jam to that.
I got you popping on 2 TVs right now. I got you on the Chromecast. I got you on another screen. Look at that. And I got like a simulcast. So if one of you guys gets shut down for me saying something raunchy, hopefully the other one remains up. But what's wrong with playing games on easy mode? I mean, like, how am I supposed to be the cool
Get him
kid?
out of here! Get him out of here!
Get
out of here!
Like, I'm sorry that it took me 10 hours to go and beat that level in Halo.
What?
Did you
What?
mute
What?
him? You muted him?
What?
If I did the whole game at that pace, I'd still be beating it, okay? It's bad enough that Metroid had no difficulty level, and it took me half my childhood to beat Metroid.
Hey, that's okay.
If I could pick easy on Metroid, I'd still be able to beat it in no time.
Do you want to follow what Paul does? Do you want to start the cult of easy mode? There's other people play on easy mode, I'm sure. Yes, there are. Actually, we know.
DJ Ronnie G.
Come on, DJ Ronnie G.
DJ Ronnie G.
Can't be.
I can't believe this, man.
You walked into a minefield, DJ.
I mean, I do like to play Shadows of the Empire on Jedi mode, but only because it lets you use that's the only mode that you can use the debug code cheat on.
Folks.
DJ Ronnie, are you being honest and serious with us? Or,
well, now, truth be told, these days I do aim for medium, sometimes hard, but when I was a child, I always picked easy because I like taking the easy way.
That's understandable if you're a kid. If you're a little kid, but as an
No,
adult, it's just like,
no. I was a kid. I didn't have a choice. Nintendo and all the other game companies said, "Here's the game, fuckers.
That's right.
You're gonna play it. You're gonna die a lot."
That's right. That's what they said.
How do you know you weren't playing on easy?
Because the games were fucking hard as hell.
I knew it wasn't playing on easy because it wouldn't want to go on a date with me.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
No,
I still couldn't get dates that I played on easy.
No, I always figured girls wouldn't go on a date with you in general back then because everyone saw playing video games as like an actual kids thing. If you were an adult playing video games back then, you probably say, "Oh God, this guy is a child. You don't ever want to see anyone near that guy.
I think it depends on the person, but sure.
Yeah, I
really-
think so. I
It
never
really
read that.
depends on the individual person.
Yeah.
Well, actually, believe it or not, the video games came out for adults. It was an adult thing, and then gravitated to kids.
Yeah.
No, well, again, we didn't know, guys. We didn't get like actual like ratings for video games until like the 90s. But until then, like everyone always just saw like games as like a kid thing. Heck, they sold
No.
the
Back in
NES
the
at Toy Store.
back in the 80s, especially
Yeah.
the arcades, you saw men and women playing the arcade games.
Yeah, they were in bars and everything, and yeah, I mean, especially like the late '70s, you had people. They had the Pongs and like the discotheques or wherever, and adults would be playing it. And as it went along, it's still the same games, but then kids started playing it, and that's when the quarters really started rolling in. But yeah, there was adults in the arcades back in the day. I tell you what.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there were.
In fact, the one arcade I went into that was at Southdale, it was Piccadilly Circus, I believe they called themselves. You walk in, the first thing you have is the pinball machines, and they had messages over the pinball machines. No one under the age of 18 can play.
Oh, okay. I guess like gambling. I guess if there was like gambling.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Exactly. And then, of course, in the back was the arcade, and needless to say, there was a lot, going back and forth. But of course, us kids couldn't go and play the pinball. That's fine. I'm not a big fan of pinball myself, but
It's fun.
yeah. I mean, it's fun, but it's not something. I guess my mother-in-law's a pinball wizard, but yeah.
Pinball wizard.
She's a pinball wizard.
What was the first game you bought that had a rating? I can tell you my first game rating story. Well, when I bought South Park 64 at Electronic Boutique in my local mall, the guy asked me if I was 17 or 14 or whatever heck age, and he just like rolled his eyes like as if it didn't actually matter, and then sold me the game anyway. But he got,
because at least I think he understood that kids are looking to buy these games, and of course their parents they're like no, it's like, oh come on, I don't want to go through this crap. Kids will be kids. Just let the kid have it. Otherwise the kid will be
exactly.
The kid they're always thinking I think they're going into the idea thinking that every kid's got to throw a temper tantrum if they can't get a video game.
The first game I bought that had a rating on it was when Sega was doing their own ratings for the Genesis games, and it was the Jurassic Park game.
Oh.
Too much carnage?
No, the first Jurassic Park game.
Yeah, but I mean, like, what makes Jurassic Park like a game that did it have a what? Do you remember what rating it had? Well, like roughly, like was it like rated for adults or kids?
MA13 was the rating that Sega had for it.
Okay. I guess a T-Rex eating a person on a toilet seat might do that. My favorite scene. I mean, the guy sitting on a toilet and a T-Rex bites the outhouse in half.
Well,
anyway.
At least you're in the right spot for that to happen. Because Lord knows, first you say it, then you do it. But I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, not sorry, Reese's.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
So again, for anybody who's just joining us, we are streaming on both PACIFIC414 and Baron and Tags Phantomology. This particular episode of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk. If you missed some of the chaos from earlier, head over to the PACIFIC414 channel and you'll see how it all started.
Enter at your own risk.
Yeah.
You must be this high to ride this crazy roller coaster.
Yeah, Willie Nelson high, maybe Cheech and Chong high. That's how high you have to be to ride this one.
And let's see. If I could downvote this, I would do it 3 times. Phil, we still have 2 available spots. So, come on in. Come on, Phil. Come on, man.
I think the big problem is he's sitting over on my side watching this.
Perhaps he's impressed with his stunt double Hooper.
Well, he doesn't have to worry because I am going to send him the invite in Discord to
Okay.
get him to come in here. Yeah.
Do it. I'll let you do it. You're better skilled than I am. I don't know what I'm doing.
What?
I really
What are you talking about?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, what have you heard?
What do you mean?
Well, what have you heard? Better skilled? No.
You're better skilled than me. Yeah. How can you still have Madden football? He's been dead how many years?
He passed away, what, last year?
No, a few years back.
No,
Does he do the voices in the game?
Phil, really? Phil,
What?
get your mind out of the gutter.
Phil,
boy.
Look at what Phil said.
I see that.
It's got me all tongue tied. I can't even speak.
Just wait.
Phil McCracken.
Phil McCracken, Scottish therapist. Not really.
No. And I love that he's Patrick Stewart. I love that he's Patrick Stewart. Hey, dogs, what do you guys say?
Is that Phil barking?
That is Phil barking.
It might be. And over on your side, Baron, we have low spec Linux laptop.
Hey, how you
Hello.
doing, Low Spec? Yo, welcome to this co-stream we got going on here.
Yes. Welcome to the craziness that is this Wednesday, the middle of the week madness.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy out there, crazy.
We're just some wild and crazy guys. And gals.
Mm-hmm.
And gals. Let's not forget the gals.
Of course not. We love the ladies.
But yeah, does John Madden still do the voice in those games? Like, do they have recordings that they use, or do they stop using his voice?
I
don't know.
No
I
idea.
haven't picked up a Madden football game in quite some time.
I've never.
2022, they didn't use his voice, so I think they stopped using his voice. Yeah.
What's the point? I mean, we got deep fakes and all this. And he's been doing the voice for like 50 years, or like what, 25, 30 years. I mean, they have enough of a reservoir of voice. Even John Lennon sang in his song like 20 years after his death.
I mean, we got Crit. We can do it. Crit can do it for him.
Boom! So I watched this episode of Pop Talk, and they're bumbling and fumbling, and this guy, he hits him like this. Boom! That's my Madden impression. That's how he sounded to me.
Touchdown!
Kind of sounded like the bastard child between Rodney Dangerfield and Madden, if you ask me.
That's funny. Oh yeah, I got a bit of a Rodney Dangerfield out of that.
Don't we still have one more article to go through? I don't know.
No, I only selected 3 for tonight.
Well, I think Cash had one that we really, but
Do we want to still talk about the Nintendo Direct, or
we can talk about the Nintendo Direct.
If you want to, some of the Direct, the highlights, not the lowlights.
There's highlights.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are more Game Boy games and Game Boy Advance games.
Yep, Game Boy and Game Boy Advance is coming to the online Nintendo Online finally. I think the expansion one.
I got more Game Boys than anybody on the stream right now. You have this many Game Boys? Huh? I got more. Wait, let me see if I got more. I'm out. I'm fresh out. I'm sorry.
DJ is the guy that have the trench coat. And he goes, "Hey, you want some?
You want a Game Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you want a Game Boy, man? I got the stuff. You need. But this one's fire right
That's
here.
a lot of Game Boys. Game Boy Pocket.
Game Boy Micro is pretty cool. Hard to come by now, a little pricey. But this one I'm liking a lot. I bought a special flash cartridge that lets me play regular Game Boy games on it, because normally you can't shove a regular Game Boy game in here.
Oh.
And I say it's pretty good, except for playing NES games. Playing regular Nintendo games, you gotta like zoom in on the screen and scale it. But anyway, I digress. You guys brought up Game Boy, and you kind of turned me on a little bit, turning on these consoles.
This is a perfect segue. Next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on the PACIFIC414 channel will be the 3rd collector stream.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the show where we turn each other on.
I can't take you anywhere, Baron.
Well, you said the segue, and okay, guys, start behaving now. Start behaving.
Who remembers the time that
We have
Mr.
a real
Smithers?
Come on, I was inviting her in, and you kick her out.
I was
What the
inviting
heck,
her
man?
in. I was inviting her
It's
in.
rude, man. It's rude.
As
Welcome,
the
Janet.
PACIFIC414
Hello.
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 How are you doing tonight?
I'm all right. I've been having problems with my camera. I don't know what's going on with it.
Gotta hit the camera.
It's all DJ Ronnie's fault for some reason, I'm sure.
Yeah.
One thing I learned about cameras, webcams, was that you can't run more than 2 webcams at 1080p at the same time. When you get to the 3rd webcam, things get really sketchy. But if you have another high bandwidth device on a USB hub, that might anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, one thing I learned was that with USB hubs, if you have too many devices that use up a lot of resources, like a lot of data transfer, things get a little sketchy when you have more than one cam.
Okay.
Just say, I don't know if that's the issue you're having, you know.
As the PACIFIC414 stream continued, the chaos had died down since the approach of the next article. However, the devious one sought to further empower his comedic hold on the panel by producing another AI-generated speech pattern. The chaos was about to return.
I knew it.
That's okay.
Okay.
Do we got a clip for that? A clip?
Yeah,
clip?
I'm not sure how to follow that one up. Thanks, Crit. I'm at a loss here, but
God bless Tony J. May that man rest in peace in his glorious voice. Him and his glorious voice rest in peace.
But anyways, right now, Janet, all we're doing is shooting the breeze, talking about whatever we want to talk about. And we had talked about how Disney's losing money earlier. They might actually sell certain television shows and movies to different streaming services. We also talked about Jerry the King Lawler, who is a WWE Hall of Famer. He's a former wrestler, having a stroke yesterday. And we also talked about the most pirated TV shows and movies for 2022.
And DJ Ronnie G had a Game Boy orgasm.
And wouldn't you know it?
Okay, that's
the Game Boy pollution.
Pop Talk, it was the highest rated pirated program out there, so we're kind of honored by that.
I posted an article.
Really?
Yeah.
That's news to me. Okay, let me go into the private chat. Let's see. What does Professor have for us tonight?
Oh.
Yes, we can talk about this if you want to talk about this.
I don't know. I'm kind of offended by it. That's going to trigger me. That's going to trigger me.
I should get the Dumbledore.
All right, let me go ahead and share it. Or do you want to share it, Baron, and read it? I mean,
I don't
matter to me.
I see you're trying to pass it off to me, so I'll do it. That's no problem. Let me bring this up here.
I already got the tab selected.
Well, I already got the tab selected too.
All right, I'll go ahead and scroll down.
What?
As you read it.
Okay. Cool. Oh, this is from Forbes. Byline by Connor Murray and supplied to us by King Ass Ripper himself. Hogwarts Legacy video game controversy, boycotts, and J.K. Rowling's comments on transgender community explained. And this is bylined February 7th, 2023. And they say top line. The highly anticipated Harry Potter video game debuts this week, but it's been plagued by controversy and boycotts as players grapple with whether to support J.K. Rowling's franchise in light of her history of comments widely seen as transphobic. Key facts. Yeah. Hogwarts Legacy, a role-playing game set in the Harry Potter universe developed by Avalanche Software and provided by Warner Bros. Games, will be released February 10th on PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series XS. The game has garnered largely positive reviews on aggregator Metacritic, and has climbed to the bestseller list of online vendors like Amazon and the Epic Store thanks to pre-orders. However, some whiny criers and gamers are boycotting the game in protest of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter novel series, who has a history of making comments offensive to the transgender community and stands to earn royalties from the game sales, though she was not involved in the game's creation. Well, no kidding, Sherlock. That's because she owns the property. You had to get the rights from her.
Yep.
This is from Forbes. You don't have to point that out. We know. Some popular games review sites like Kotaku, Polygon, and Eurogamer have not yet reviewed Hogwarts Legacy, despite the review embargo lifting Monday, while others have denounced J.K. Rowling's comments and voiced support for transgendered people in their reviews. What does that have to do with the freaking game? Okay, James Earl, a trans YouTuber and writer, tweeted in December that unlike consuming previous owned Harry Potter books or films, purchasing Hogwarts Legacy while Rowling is using her online platform to target and justify her continued targeting of trans people is harmful to trans people. Rowling responded accusing her of pure think. Okay, well, that's not bad. Some streamers on Amazon-owned Twitch video platform like Crit and Cash Money, including Will Overguard and Nicotine, have publicly voiced opposition to the game. Cash, Crit, I'm surprised you have. Nicotine, whose name is Victoria Ripley, posted a statement to Twitter announcing a boycott of Twitch, which is known for its video game-related content and hosting ads for Hogwarts Legacy, urging streamers to join in halting use of the platform until the ad campaign is suspended. Hogwarts Legacy is set to feature the first transgendered woman character in the Harry Potter universe, though her name, Serana Ryan, has attracted some criticism for alleging sounding masculine, beginning with the prefix Sir and ending in the common male name Ryan. Excuse me, are you misgendering her, people? But others noted the same Cernora refers to a Celtic goddess of healing and rebirth. You frickin' morons. So, key background. J.K. Rowling has regularly come under fire in recent years for her views on biological sex and transgender community, which many has criticized as transphobic. That's where I wish I had your echo chamber there, Mike. In June of 2020...
Download voice mod.
Okay, I'll give it a try. We'll talk about it later. Okay, right. We're making sausage from people now, and nobody wants to see sausage made. In June 2020, she ridiculed an article headlining for using the phrase "people who menstruate." I'm sure there used to be a word for those people. Someone help me out. Womben, Wimpund, Woomud, she tweeted, inspiring backlash from critics who said her tweets excluded transgendered people. In response to the backlash, she tweeted, "If sex is real, the lived reality of women globally is erased." Added that she knows and loves transgendered people, but criticized the alleged erasing of the concept of sex. You know, there's no such thing as sex after 50, by the way. She also published an essay on her website calling it unsafe to allow any man who believes or feels he is a woman into changing rooms and bathrooms. And since she stirred controversy for authoring a book about a character who is killed after facing accusations of transphobia, and for calling Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon, who supported a bill making it easier for transgendered people to legally recognize as their preferred gender, a destroyer of women's rights. Her comments have been criticized as transphobic by the LGBTQABCDEFGLB BLT plus rights organizations, including the Human Rights Campaign, and actors from the Harry Potter movies have voiced support for transgendered people in response. As they pandered. Sorry. Early reviews for the Harry Potter game have been almost uniformly positive, though some publications have declined to review the game or have included statements critical of Rowling or in support of the transgender community in their reviews. Not necessary, not part of the game, you freaking morons. GameSpot, a popular gaming website which has not yet reviewed Hogwarts Legacy, has instead published an article listing charities in support of trans people, along with an analysis of Rowling's comments in the rising anti-LGBTQ ABCD BLT plus legislation and protests worldwide. The latter authorized by Earl. Okay, I don't know who Earl is, but
Jesse Gender.
Tree pusher.
Oh, okay. So, is it green spot where it's like it's ma'am? Okay, and a positive review, IGN, and which Cash Money used to work for, by the way. He was good friends, by the way.
I was a mod over there.
He's a good friend with Sisler, by the way, too. So those
please, no, dude. No.
Including
they're buddy.
They are. I mean, even closer than Gap in
disturbing.
Including a statement titled concerning J.K. Rowling affirming the publication's support for human rights and stating the publication's purpose is to answer the question of whether or not we find Hogwarts Legacy to be worthy to play and why. Whether it's ethical to play is a separate but still important question. They pandered. Good day, Canadian Outfit out. The gamer, said that they would not review the Hogwarts Legacy or create any online guides for the game there, don't you know?
Well, then take off, eh?
Yeah, take off, you hosers.
Yes. All this boycotting is very active, but nothing will stop me from buying this game. I actually will buy it, just to dab on the Hufflepuffs of Twitter.
Wow, what was that?
Huh. I don't know. I have no idea.
And I want to hail to my super wrench, by the way, John Rendell over there. And, of course, he's recognizing me. And Mr. Mouse. Hey, how's it going, John, my super wrench? Let's go on here. And though the game's release has inspired vocal critics, it's still on track to sell well and has plenty of supporters who believe Rowling's controversy can be separated from the game. In other words, people who are intelligent. Popular streaming XQC, who has more than 11 million Twitch followers, criticize people for making others feel bad for purchasing a video game, claiming people fund all sorts of evil with their purchases across the board in way worse ways. Yes, you're right. Mm-hmm. It's already a hit on Twitch, where users who have early access are streaming the game. Hogwarts Legacy has more than 1 million viewers and 120,000 followers on the platform. Crucial note, by the way, if you're not willing to give up a piece of entertainment in solidarity against the harm J.K. Rowling continues to enact, then how can trans people feel assured you'll be willing to fight for us in the most important areas, such as anti-trans violence, be it physical, mental, personal, systematic, or legislative, our menus in restaurants, and
it's a fucking video game,
and Jello pudding pops, and especially the discrimination continues to rise. Cassie L. wrote in a GameSpot essay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
It's a video game, for crying out loud. It's not reality. It is fantasy.
Don't you dare weaponize my Jello pops.
And then, of course, we're all running up against one little thing. In England, they have passed the law. You don't change your gender anymore from what you're born. You can't get your passport, your birth certificate changed. If you're born a man, you stay a man. Born a woman, you stay a woman. In court, you get judged and sentenced that way. After they had this one gentleman that became a lady, who went into a female prisoner and raped 2 prisoners.
Oh, and most importantly, there is one change though that all men who do get married get switched over to eunuch. But that's beside the point.
It's this is
Yeah,
just
that's right. You didn't forget that one, did you?
it's interesting. I wonder if the situation is going to become bigger than what happened in the 90s with all the violence of Mortal Kombat. I mean, and that was before even the internet was even. It probably is. It's even bigger than that. This is bigger than that because we didn't have the internet like this, and we didn't have Twitter, and we didn't have this stuff. So,
I miss those days. I'm serious. I do.
No, I do too. I mean, honestly,
I'm just waiting for next some stupid Congress people to be like, you know what? We should jump on this bandwagon. Let's do it.
Well, why not? You got the next Tipper Gore and what's his name? I can't remember his name off the bat, but when they went out there and put the
about Al Gore. Oh, you said
no, Tipper Gore and who ran with Al Gore for vice president again? I got
that guy who cheated on his wife when she was dying.
No, not him. Oh,
that guy. Yeah, that he was running for vice president.
Al Gore with Al Gore
and yeah.
No,
wasn't it John something? Is that what we're talking
John Edwards? John Edwards.
No, was it John Edwards? I don't think John Edwards. Was it? Oh, maybe I had it wrong.
Yeah. Yes.
I thought it was Joe Lieberman.
Yeah, Lieberman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
hey, Phil. Welcome, Phil. Yeah, Phil.
Yes.
Yeah, Joe Lieberman.
Back straight. Yeah.
I didn't think it was right. I was trying. I was still going to look it up. I had mail block a name, but yeah, those two were ones that issued in all the warnings and stuff.
Well, especially Lieberman, but that was all, of course, after what happened with, unfortunately, Columbine, which is a horrible situation, always will be.
Yeah.
And then it started the whole chain reaction of, they were playing Doom 2, so we need to blame the games.
Right.
And we fast forward
It's been a scapegoat for many years.
Yes. To Grand Theft Auto, and you had a report, I remember, on Dateline, I think it was, or Nightline. It might have been Nightline, about how evil Grand Theft Auto Vice City is. So it's just, if the media gets a hold of this, which they have, they'll just add more, a lot of the media, a lot of the mainstream media, they'll just add more fuel to the fire. And they want to.
You got Vice City over in Chicago. It's a lie. It's not even. It's a lie.
I thought it was Detroit.
There's 50 people getting robbed, mugged, and there's not even a police force there.
I thought it was Detroit, Phil.
No, Chicago.
The thing is that she is considered, J.K. Rowling is considered one of these SJW people, woke people. Pandering people, whatever. But because you say something, and this is not just with the social justice groups, or it can also be the anti-groups too, because like, what, you like that property of Disney? Get out of my group. Like that nonsense goes on too. So the mobs, it's that mob mentality where if you don't bow down to us, then there's going to be consequences. So guess what? If any of us want to play Hogwarts Legacy on stream, we should do it. If we get harassed, guess what?
You know what?
It's just
you know
more
what?
exposure for the channels.
You work hard for your money. You should be able to play whatever game you damn well please.
Right.
I'm not really playing Hogwarts. I'm not playing Hogwarts Legacy because I'm just not into the franchise.
Yeah, and that's fine too. But my friend was a little worried, and it's like, look, we have enough drama in our own real life. Now we need drama with this crap. But it's like, we can't also bow down to any mobs. I make this very clear. Never. Yes.
Hold that thought, Cash. You bought 2 coffees, Phil?
One for me and one for my girlfriend. She likes Harry Potter.
Oh. Well, no extras, I see.
Sorry, my friend. You owe me $50 for every sentence you've been using the last couple of days.
I'm a stunt double. I get paid in coupons. So.
Yep. I told you it was 50 cents a word, man. You're up to $50 already. That I know of.
You know, Phil McCracken loves his girlfriend if he bought her her own copy too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it's very nice of you, Phil.
I would have got the collector's edition, but that wasn't for the PC. You didn't get a collector's edition.
Oh, that stinks.
It's whatever. It doesn't matter. I guess that's only console, but
and as far as some people, particularly them actors that worked on the movie, if they're so mad at J.K. Rowling's, and at 10 years they got a lot of work and a lot of money, they can give it back.
That's right. We've said that before. If you're so upset, give it back. Exactly.
Well, actually, I go one step further. Don't give it back. Take everything that you made on those movies, every cent that you made on the movie, and donate it. To
donate it to some
those organizations
plus community. Right.
Put
Donate
your freaking mouth where
and
your money where your mouth is.
And another thing I also see here and there. Look, you can give your money to any organization you want to, but just remember, you probably should do some research before you do, because there is a lot of pandering crap out there, unfortunately.
Well, they donate the money to themselves, to their own charity.
Right.
So, well, you have to remember.
And you have a tax write-off, which are horrible
they take
too.
a cut of what they get donated to. For example, say I started an animal fund to save animals, and Cash donates $100, which is never going to happen. But let's say he does. $10 to $20 comes off for the charity. Only $80 is going towards the actual welfare and care of the animals. Even if when you see like they're what they supposed to nonprofit, no, they're not. They're not making a profit, but they are getting paid. So just remember, when you donate, most of the times there's always a skimmel. You have to pay the people to do the phones and run the charity. So yeah.
Well, that's how I'm going to save the planet. I want to start a nonprofit to save the world from climate change. For $100, we will plant a tree in your name. And with that money, I will fund a person who is my driver. For 80 grand a year, you could be my driver. And you drive me to my current regular job. And yeah, everyone gets paid. I'll even take a little salary out of this. But at the end of the day,
the environment.
Yeah, we're going to save by planting one tree at a time to save it from carbon. And we're going to put 10...
to save the environment. Don't allow soda up in New York.
Are you going to
all them people in New York City farting because they're drinking soda is polluting the environment. We got
all those trees going to be planted in your own yard?
We're going to save the environment by eliminating human gas.
Wait. I don't mean to interrupt. But guess what?
Here we go.
Look.
Anonymous.
He's here.
Anonymous.
Well, it looks like there's a spot open.
We got one more spot. Come on, Anonymous. Come on.
I don't know what happened to the old man, but okay.
However,
where were we?
When you donate the trees, are they all planted in your own yard?
I'll plant them anywhere that gets the money into the account for the nonprofit to save the world, blah, blah. Whatever, like every other nonprofit. I'm just doing what other organizations do, and maybe I'll even put some money towards like stocks that go into a trust that is not exactly part of the nonprofit so that we're allowed to get a profit. But of course, everything in nonprofit is not for profit except for the investments.
That's very impressive.
You also want to throw in like a little certificate saying that you're a lord or a lady too.
You know what? It's funny. I sent them an email. I want to become a sponsor for that company because look, I get it. It's a racket, but if they want to sponsor me, I'll advertise their sponsored title is BS. What is it? Something titles. Established titles. But now that one is a racket, whereas my climate change thing is going to save the world one tree at a time. You got to believe the bullshit. I do believe the bullshit in order to sell it.
He's going to start his own Ponzi scheme. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. Not exactly, but yeah.
I heard a pop. Oh, it's the old man's
it's the old man.
Oh. There, I brought him.
See, we're both fighting to see who we can bring in. And what I'm going to do, in case Anonymous or John Rendo wants to hop in, I'm taking myself out.
Oh,
but you'll know I'm still here.
No. Here. There's two things I want to say. If there's anything I want to advertise, it's just like an actual item that you use in everyday life, and that is sponsored by Raycon.
How are they? Honestly, how are they?
They're good. I like the new ones. Yeah, these new ones actually have like they use USB-C, and they have these little indicator lights to see how much charge it can have.
Easy bake.
Wow, and it comes with an easy bake oven. No, but that's pretty cool. It's like I think AirPods are like overpriced. A while back, I bought some JLabs at Best Buy, and they were pretty decent for a while. And then I got lucky. A friend gave me a free pair when I bought a phone from him of these Samsung Buds. But I don't know. Those what do they call it? Raycons are pretty attractive. I mean, the price point is attractive, and only thing I find with Bluetooth headphones is that most of them will have a slight delay, which usually I could deal with because my phone is in my pocket. But when you're watching a video, having that slight delay between the voice and the video, or the out of sync, could be a little distracting. Like the Bluetooth speaker I use in my shower, I get like a 2-second delay or a half a second delay. So when I'm in the shower and I'm watching YouTube videos, that could be a little distracting aside from the whole water splashing thing.
You're in the shower watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, I mean, there's not enough hours in a day, and you got all of these friends who do 1 hour streams. You got Mike who's doing 4 hour streams. Yeah, you need to watch YouTube in the shower sometimes. Got to give those likes. And I'm not just going to put you up on a blank TV. I'm going to watch my friends' content if I'm going to give you guys viewing hours.
Watching YouTube in the shower.
Oh, no, okay, do you not listen to the radio in the shower? Does none of you ever listen to the radio in the shower?
I think people still do.
Exactly.
Well, I did.
I
Exactly.
I just leave my phone on red, but I'm out walking somewhere, or even today when I was trying to go get my haircut today, I always have my Raycons in so I can listen to the navigation on my thing while listening to Midnight's Edge in the morning too. Or really, no, I was listening to the Mass Effect Codex. I just love listening to it.
Is that like the backstory? What is Mass Effect Codex? Like
it's like it's just like all the lore stuff you can find. Like you find something out cool. in the world and all the levels you actually can hear. There's primary like codex entries that are voiced. Secondary stuff that kind of goes more into a more specific topic, like different types of ships, like every race's culture, their governmental structure, stuff like that for the secondary codex. Which again, I am excited to play the game. But Pacific, you can take me out. I can give up my spot so Anonymous can come in here. But if you'll just allow me to plug it to everyone who's watching, you can see my Will Play It Live for the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. It will start this Friday, February 10th at 6 p.m. Central Time. So stay tuned for that. And with that being said, I'm really glad that I got a chance to come on here to plug this for a bit. So, peace out, everyone. May God, the Force, and the power protect you always.
Thank you. Take care, Jet.
Must be with you.
Hey, take care, Jet.
Okay.
And it sounds like someone's trying to enter in. Try it again. Come in. We got a spot open, or Mike can come
I just
back.
wanted to say to Jet Sparks that if I order dinner and the delivery guy gets here soon, I'll be dropping out at that point. There would be another free spot.
Free space. Free space, definitely. And of course, I had to move Janet next to me. It's my prerogative there. And whoa, Cash. I didn't know you were with Gap.
I don't think so.
Don't you recognize your own lips?
I do not.
The avatar is your lips.
Oh, lips. I thought you said whips. Lips.
Well,
I just know somebody else may be obsessed with my beautiful chin again, but it's all right. It's part of the Force.
And when that spinning wheel of death comes to fruition down there, we have John Rendo coming in from Phenomenology side. My super wrench himself, the man who makes Gutenberg a star. That's his big job with his watch.
Hello.
Hello, John.
Hello,
Welcome.
hello.
What's shaking, everybody?
Good evening.
Hey,
Four
John.
chicks and 2 chins.
Who did what?
Just a little madness.
This channel is literally going off the rails today. We're in the Matrix today, John, so it's all good.
Ah, that's the next step to the kitty table on King Dolphin.
This is the kitty table.
Ah,
No,
where's
it's
my
not. No, it's not.
We've been acting.
Well, John, I will tell you something, but the rest of the group wouldn't care because it's got to do with Masonic.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
But I think you
did you see what
John.
this actually is? I mean, Old Man and Baron, you've seen this on King Dolphin many times.
Yep.
You know what it actually is? That's my refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Keep all my Diet Coke in there. Oh, and various tobacco products.
Mm.
Works out nice.
Look at that.
Also,
Things you can
there's
do with a
long
useless
file of
recessed
John F.
window.
Kennedy, who killed John F. Kennedy in there.
Huh?
Everybody know the Masons are behind it.
Nope.
Steven,
not even close.
Not even close.
No.
Maybe the Masons tried to prevent it.
Phil. Oh, I was going to say Phil is our resident troll. He loves.
They say the Masons are also responsible for what was that lady that used to fly planes and she got lost in the 40s over in the Pacific?
Amelia Earhart.
Yeah,
She was on Star Trek.
Yeah, that was the Masons.
Don't
Yeah,
believe anything you see on the History Channel or television. They're not even in the ballpark.
The History Channel lost all credibility when they start doing that alien stuff.
Yeah, well, they ended up as the Hitler Channel, so what does that tell you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're
about
still looking for him, even though he should be definitely dead by now down in Argentina. I just think they wanted to take a trip to South America.
Of course, Real's not good this time of year.
Boomer.
Greatest trotting house in the world. His records have never been broken. He still stands. The Masons were behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Who is that?
What's that?
Savage.
Who's Savage?
Oh, great.
It's got quiet here.
Yeah, I know.
Savage is. You were going to jump in there, Baron?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, I'll say this. Stephen Ransom said this in the chat. He didn't know that Cash Money took it on the chin.
Yeah.
Well, Gap knew that.
Uh-huh. I also didn't know that SG1 was kind of boring and goofy, but people
You
like
know what? I'm coming over to your house for that.
SG1 is not boring and goofy. It's only a little goofy at times.
Is that how you ask somebody out for a date, there, Cash?
That wouldn't make any sense. That's what Gap would do.
I bet you'd be at home
You
on
would
the
come in
Starship
his
Destiny.
SG1 onesie. Take the wrong pill.
I bet Cash Money liked Stargate Universe back when it was new.
To tell you the truth, man, I've never really cared about that much.
I'm just busting your chops, but no, everyone. I used to hate Stargate Universe when it was new, but it kind of grew on me, like almost like a wart. But no, I mean, when you don't get new Stargate for like over a decade, and you sit down with Stargate Universe, after you get over the whiny scientist on the ship, it's actually kind of decent.
Yeah, it is kind of decent.
Night, Janet. Thank you for stopping by the way.
Thank you, Janet. Appreciate it.
I guess we got room for Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Let me go ahead and put Janet's link in the chat.
Please subscribe to her. She is
Well, it can't get any more boring than Cash Money on easy mode.
Easy mode. My name's not Paul. What are you talking about, Gap?
Is this true?
Losing
It
your
is
mind
true.
again. Listen, I told him there were 3 different choices of pills. And which one did he take? He took the blue one. Could have taken the red one, but he didn't.
Well, I took the blue one because I thought you were trying to give me a roofie.
No, you didn't. You took the wrong pill.
Talk about having a hard time.
You took the wrong pill. You took the wrong fill.
The wrong fill.
Oh, the wrong pill.
How can we have the wrong fill? We got the.
We always have the right.
Don't put me in your guys' fantasy. Just keep my name out of it. You just keep it between you guys.
Well, just drink some 7-Up and be quiet, Phil.
You just know you're 7-Up. Never had it, never will.
Yeah.
Just like your fake girlfriend.
Oh.
Were you really going there? Are we really going there, Cap?
Now we got ourselves a 3-way going here.
And welcome to the Madhouse, Stephen Ransom.
How are you? How are you? Hey,
doing
Cash
good,
Money.
brother.
No offense, man. You know,
No,
just,
not at all. Some people are just obsessed with my beautiful chin.
It's true. Hey, you know that chin is worth some cash money, I hear.
It might be.
See what he did there? See what he did there?
I like that.
Nice twist.
Good twist.
Nothing like twisting.
I like my chin so much I had to hide it.
Yeah,
That's all right.
I have no chin. That's why I got a beard.
Nice.
Yeah, the chin was eaten by the beard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand beards are the only way to catch soup.
Yeah. Well, not just soup either. You know, syrup.
Well, lots of things. Believe me.
They don't call it the flavor saver for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Well,
just ask Phil the 101 ways to use coupons.
Coupons!
Isn't it time for your phone to die? I think
What?
the charge is about ready to go.
Oh, it is? I know you want to charge me up.
Yeah, only in your sick dreams.
This has to be the most sexual pop talk I've ever.
Yeah, but not in the way I like it.
I knew this was going to be. I knew this was going to be a loose edition of Pop Talk with it being open panel, but I wasn't expecting it to go anywhere down this route. Not at all.
Blue pill. The blue pill. But Phil.
There ain't no
blue pill.
Don't put my name into it.
Hey, Phil, I got 50 cents to
I'll
complete
tell you
your
this
operation.
again. I told you this before. You come near me, I chop it off.
I got
chop
50.
it off.
I got 50 cents to complete your operation. I got 50 cents to complete your operation.
I'll chop it off.
I got 50
I'll
cents
chop
to
it off.
complete your
And feed it
operation.
to your dog.
I got 50 cents to complete your operation. I got 50 cents to complete your operation.
What is going on?
I have no.
Boy, that escalated.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Time for a clip.
Don't mind Phil. He's in transition.
You have the ring, and I see your Schwartz is as big as mine. Now let's see how well you handle it.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
And if you don't like this kind of humor, you were warned at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for joining now.
Yeah.
People are going, what the hell is this?
What the hell is this crazy BS?
The Emperor must have gone off the toilet the other day. Admiral, I want you to send soldiers to the Imperial Taco Bell and execute each employee thoroughly.
Wow.
That escalated again.
Wow. Okay, Crit. Yeah.
I mean, how can we escalate this even more, folks? I mean,
I don't know. I think we've reached our limit.
I would say so. I would say so. It's amazing.
Mike, you did my article in the chat, in the private chat.
All right, let me find the article. Jeez. Mike, can you find my article? You feature my article.
Are you sure this? Are you sure this is your show? I mean,
Mike, how can you not feature in my article, man?
Mike.
Mike.
Again.
Mike.
Somebody just have a ball move.
I want the article now.
Put it up now, Mike.
Come on, man.
Where's the miracle?
Yet I've been sucking on your big dick the last few hours.
Whoa! What? What that? What
I took
the
it
hell?
for family content.
Crit. So much for him saying, "Oh, I'm not gonna play this on stream."
I came here for family-friendly content.
Yeah. Good luck.
You came to the wrong. You came to the wrong channel.
Yeah.
We don't have to be embarrassed about it.
I came for the cookies.
He came for the cookies.
Cookies are good.
Be careful. You don't know what's baked in those cookies.
That's it.
True.
Uh-oh.
All right. So this is an article for Phil, obviously. From Get After Dark.
Of course.
And yeah.
Can't read it.
So it says the untold history of the Easy Bake Oven. And I am hearing myself.
I hear myself all the time. It's called the little voices in my head.
And this article is from 2014. It says, I have a confession. My brother and I destroyed my Easy Bake Oven. I had the 1981 mini wave model, the boxy yellow microwave style, which was, in my 7-year-old mind, the only kind of Easy Bake Oven there was. One day, my 4-year-old brother had a brilliant idea to cook a green plastic steak from our 1972 Mattel Tough Stuff play food set. And it goes on to say, after all, we should be able to cook a steak, right?
Manly man.
It goes on to say, it fit into the slot perfectly. And for some reason, I tried to stop him. Yeah. Well, you know, the whole show's been off the rails from the beginning.
Yes, it has.
Yeah. Bushes and slots, and I tell you.
The plastic steak, of course, gave off a noxious odor as it melted inside the machine. Goodbye, Easy Bake Oven. Goodbye, little round chocolate cakes we love to bake and eat. Todd Cooper, who published a book called Lightbulb Baking in the fall of 2013 to honor the toy's 50th anniversary, says he's heard countless stories like mine as he's toured the country with his book. At his book launch party, people filled out the recipe cards with their anonymous Easy Bake Oven memories. And it goes on to say, one person said that when he or she ran out of mixes, Cope told me on the phone from New York, he or she would substitute mud and still try to serve results of his or her younger siblings.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. The fact that the Easy Bake Oven invokes so many stories is a testament to its staying power. It's been a hit since day one when it made its debut in November 1963. Eventually, adult TV characters started referencing Easy Bake Ovens on shows like Friends, Fringe, and Queer as Folk. In 2006, the Easy Bake Oven was inducted to the National Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, New York. It goes on to say, after seeing the Easy Bake Oven in the Hall of Fame, Coop, a toy collector who already had a dozen different Easy Bakes, decided he would gather every model ever released for a 50-year retrospective. And it says in the book that offers a visual history of the toy. Light bulb baking also delves into the history of the toy's creators at Kenner Products, the cooking technology of the toy, how it fit into pop culture, and the gender politics battles it inspired.
What the hell?
I knew it. Because of the internalized, everyone knows because
right
of the internalized
here,
systemic misogyny.
Misogyny. Da, 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 da. Misogyny. Da, 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 da. Misogyny. Ba, ba, da, 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 da,
Easy
da,
bake
da, da,
oven.
da.
Wow, that's
Yeah. Keeping the women down.
It says, I don't think you can pinpoint one moment in time when the Easy Bake Oven became an icon, Coop says. After it had been around so many decades, it started to surface in pop culture, such as sitcoms on TV, using it as part of the story. There's just something satisfying about being able to mix and bake cakes on your own without your parents. Goes on to say, I think that's why it remained popular for so many years. And it continues to say, working mini ovens go back to Victorian times. Child side ovens from the late 1800s, which could have been toys or store displays, were made of steel or cast iron and used wood pellets or solid fuel to heat. These days, collectors have to beware of reproductions. As electric ovens replaced wood burning ovens in the 1920s, the toy would be adapted too. Model train maker Lionel, for example, produced a line of electric toy ovens in the 1930s. In the 1950s, little fiberglass insulated ovens with brand names like Little Lady, Little Chef, and Susie Homemaker were coveted by kids playing house. While the Easy Bake Oven wasn't the first working toy oven, it was the first to use a light bulb as, the heat source. Coop says it was also the first to become a widely popular trend to the point everybody had. Sorry for messing that part up. Goes on to say, brothers Albert, Philip, and Joseph Steiner, who owned a Cincinnati company that made soap and other sundries, founded Kenner Products in 1947 when one of the brothers had an aha moment. The legend goes he saw a kid on the street playing with a standard bubble wand and got a vision of a gun that shot bubbles, which turned into Kenner's first toy, the Bubble-Matic gun. Goes on to say, by the early 1960s, Kenner had become a leading toy manufacturer with salesmen all over the United States. The executives at Kenner had an operating principle to make toys that allowed kids to do the same thing they saw adults do. Coop says, for example, they made a lot of construction toys like the girder.
That was a good toy.
Girder.
And panels.
Garter belt?
Girder and panels. I remember because when I wanted to get girdle and panels, I thought the commercial said girdle and panels. So my dad goes to the store asking if they got girdles and panels, and they were like, girdles? That sounds like a girl's toy.
Yeah, I remember those. They even had circular saws and band saws. I mean, it was some dangerous toys, but we got them, and you could cut balsa wood with it. It was, my brother had it. He used to use it to help him build some of the balsa wood model planes back in the day.
Nice.
Cool.
That was back in the days before kids were stupid.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And reckless, self-infringing. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, the big one is the easy microwave oven for kids.
Yep.
It says mixing and baking a cake would be another example of that. It goes on to say, at that point, electric toy ovens didn't have the best track record for safety, so Kenner's creative team had to consider how to overcome parents' legitimate fears.
Mm-hmm.
Goes
They
on to
cook
say
the
Kenner's other stroke of genius was to incandescent. Duh, I can't read right now. Was to use incandescent light bulbs as the heating source. Coop says by using conventional light bulbs, something kids were around every day, that they were able to convince parents the toy is safe, even though it got up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit inside the oven, which is a pretty standard baking temperature. Kenner wanted to call it the safety bake oven, but one of the regulatory bodies in charge of print and radio advertising told them, no, you can't do that because it implies a safety track record you haven't achieved yet.
Yeah.
That's why IKEA furniture doesn't come with the words buildable on it.
Wow, that's funny.
Not true.
It goes on to say the Easy Bake Oven debuted in November 1963, just in time for the Christmas shopping season. The first Easy Bake Oven didn't look much like an oven. Yeah, see, I can't read right now. The first Easy Bake Oven didn't look much like an oven. I'll skip that part. I'm not going to ruin it a third time.
Yeah.
But it goes on to talk about the first one. It also mentions how, it appeared in commercials, magazines, comics, specifically the Archie comics, and that Kenner put out 25 different mixes and mix sets that could be bought separately. And it also goes on to say,
oven when I was a kid. By 3 years old, I was making cookies with my mother in the real oven.
It must have got hot in there if you were in the real.
Oh
oven. Yeah. But that's a funny place to make
asbestos pajamas.
He used that with a sister called Gretel.
This whole time we've been talking about this incandescent light bulb that heats up this oven to 300 plus. I've been meaning to ask Cash Money. You think, as an equal Trigun fan, that this is where the inspiration for the bulb-like power plants came from?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not sure.
That was half serious, half joke.
I know. Could be. I don't know. That Easy Bake Oven, I guess, to certain people is gold and also causes misogyny and all kinds of
misogyny.
Yep. Man, all people just wanted to do was bake. They didn't know.
I hear that the presence of women causes misogyny.
Oh. You're right. If there were no women, there'd be no misogyny. Yeah.
Right. By default.
Well, that goes right along with my statement of marriage is the leading cause of divorce.
Yep. Exactly. Yep. You could say the same thing for automobiles and car crashes.
Sure, but yeah, that's true. Yep.
And one tip for you guys, anybody who's contemplating getting married, for your best man, bring in a divorce lawyer. That'll teach her.
And definitely read carefully through the prenup agreement.
Yeah. And of course, the primary duty of the best man, before he does anything else, is to stand up near the altar and do the whole thing for the emergency exits for the groom Emergency exits are here, here, and here. So you can get away from her before he's committed.
If it's anything like a prenup,
it.
like George Costanza, then and she's
Man.
making more money than you do. Well, then the prenup's not going to work for.
Yep.
For many years at weddings, I would go through in the reception line, and I'd give my deepest congratulations to the bride. I would then go to the groom and give my deepest condolences for his life being ruined. And I really did that.
That's just like that line in Groundhog's Day where he fixes the old man's back, and she's like, "Oh yeah, now he can help around the house," and he pats him on the shoulder and goes, "I'm sorry about that, man. Just so sorry about that."
Gotta love it. And of course, what I wanted to do when one buddy of mine got married was set up his shoes with little paper patches on the bottom that said "Hail Satan" at a Catholic wedding.
Oh,
that would have gone over really well.
On the bottom of the shoe, it would make more sense at a Catholic wedding because you want to stamp out evil wherever you can and as frequently as you can. So that would work.
Yep.
But some people
I
don't
went in
think
the old show.
it's just like this being in service to Satan.
Yeah.
You've heard it here. Getting married is like giving your soul to Satan.
Yeah.
Well,
pretty
you
much.
are writing a contract for the rest of your life. There is blood testing involved as well. Yep. And she puts cream on your face.
Yeah.
I am about 1 month away from my 55th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Nice. Very nice.
That's
and
insane. That's almost as long as I've been alive.
What's that, old man?
You know what the success to all those years of marriage is?
What?
Every morning when I get up, the first thing I do is I say, "I'm sorry."
Awesome.
Well, I want to thank Mr. Mike for inviting me. I unfortunately have to depart these premises, so thank you for telling me
on, Fred.
Thank you for having me on and telling me the history of the Easy Bake Oven. I also want to thank Gap for revealing his true feelings for Cash Money. So I thought
the next romance novel.
Oh my God!
Cash in the Gap.
Cash and the Gap. I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
We got to get some khakis on that immediately.
Yeah, that it's a gap apart between those two. So,
hey, Professor, pleasure meeting you. Definitely going to bump in the future, and hey.
Of course, and So I'll talk to y'all later. Phil, you stay filthy.
I want my money, man. I want my money.
Yeah. Ask Paul. I told him you would pay in my steed. So.
I don't. Paul ain't gonna pay nothing.
They'll pay you with Skyrim streams.
50 cents a word, and you're up to $50. 50 cents a word.
All right. Bye.
Get the hell out of here.
See you later, Crit.
See you.
Hey! Wait a minute, Phil. You don't tell him to get the hell out of here. I do.
Oh, Crit, to get the hell
out
of
here,
Crit. What are you talking about? All the time.
Hey.
Classic McCracken. How are you, Phil? Pleasure.
I'm here for the insanity of this affair between Cash and Gap. This came out of left field for me, and at first I was like, okay, and then I was like, oh, this is crazy. Then it turned to this is nuts.
Mm-hmm. So same old.
That's been the whole show tonight. It's been nuts.
Yeah, I noticed.
Well, if you don't like it, you know where to get
Oh,
off.
silence you.
You grumpy old man with a butt plug up your butt.
You know about butt plugs because you like butt plugs.
It's true. KISSING.
Wait! I heard a pop. I heard a pop. I heard a pop. Guess what? For the third time tonight, we're gonna hear it.
Anonymous. Anonymous. Anonymous.
Welcome to the madhouse.
Trying to play my game here, and you guys are just trying to listen to this clown show that's going on. And I got to come in here and straighten y'all out. Filthy McCracken, is that your new name? Filthy McCracken?
I guess. I just heard it today.
Well, it suits you. Filthy
Yeah.
man.
Right. I mean, honestly, we have to say is
Phil Crockett gets no respect.
That's right.
What's up, Anonymous?
Nothing much. How y'all doing?
We're having a wild time, man. I got here and I was immediately slipping on the floor because of all the grease on the rails.
Oh,
yeah.
DJ, what you doing?
I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing wrong or sketchy at all. I was just ordering food.
Oh
my
God! Who the hell cares? Who
I
the
think you
heck
might care about
cares?
this. You might care about the fact that Burger King apparently offers a keto alternative to a bun, which involves lettuce instead of a bun. So you have lettuce wrapped around your burger and probably get all sloppy while trying to eat it.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
That is the third most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man.
Barrett, I told you before the show started we'd probably abuse that soundbite.
Oh, I agreed. I knew it. I knew that was going to be the hot button. I knew it. When I came in, I heard that. Before the show, it's like, yeah, I know what's going to happen there.
I've heard it too many times already. So.
How are you, Tiger Stripe?
And hello, Tiger Stripes.
Hey, Tiger Stripes.
Your chat's full of bots.
And yes,
Mike.
Tiger Stripes, it is. And thanks for stopping by. But yeah, that's AI. I think that was dumped by Lord Crit.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, he's had this strange fascination with AI lately, and he's taking it overboard.
Well, I mean, because it's his dating life, really. I mean.
I've been seeing a lot more of that, actually. There are some channels that have become exclusively AI-driven music channels where, they do these short videos of alternate film takes using aesthetics from previous design techniques, maybe from a certain time period like the 80s or the 60s. It's actually kind of cool. I've got one that I started subscribing to, and very talented musician, and he's really pushing the edge of what this AI is capable of. He's now doing animation sequences lasting as long as 5 minutes using a couple of images, and the AI is doing the in-betweening. It's actually gorgeous looking stuff.
Well, then there's that one that the AI done up one that got person kicked off with Twitch, was it? That Seinfeld one? Yeah, I think you showed it to me, didn't you?
Oh yeah, the Seinfeld one.
Yeah.
Because they said that this is it's the people that say that they're the ones who are being targeted. I would say they're actually usually the ones who are harassing other people. Hey, I don't like that. Whatever.
Yeah, Twitter karma.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait a minute, but Twitter is such a happy place. They listen to everybody.
It is
all the time. Yeah,
I'm happy.
I can't wait to see what people get harassed next. It's this video game. Who knows what they're going to do next? But
happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy, happy, joy, joy.
Skippy, you idiot!
All right.
Hello, Mrs. Tag. We've missed you.
Oh, hi, my sweet love.
You should have been here earlier. Real crazy earlier.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't watch the replay, love. I want to stay married.
Yeah.
You can't divorce me yet, love. I gotta come pick you up on Friday. So.
Yeah. She missed that part of the show, right?
Oh yeah, I hope so.
I'm sure she would laugh.
No, you're not sorry you missed it, love.
She would laugh.
I know she would. It wasn't that bad. It just
It was
it was basically it was Gap and Cash having having that tension between them type of thing. You know, it's kind of like what was that Bruce Willis show that he was in, Moonlighting? It was like Moonlighting. Yeah.
Yep. Doc Pop. Yep. People joined in. Crate got crazy again. It was good times.
What do you mean again? He's just always crazy.
All right, fair enough.
That's just Crit being Crit.
Yeah.
Get your floaties.
Get your floaties.
Well, he is Gap After Dark, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he used to be a little more daytime, but now.
Yeah, he used to be. That's what I know. I keep seeing that name, Gap After Dark. You know, it's like, what about Gap Afternoon and Gap After morning? I don't know.
How about Gap Second Breakfast? How about that?
Exactly. Gap Second.
Do we want to talk about Gaps? It could
know.
go a weird area. Which, of course, I want to remind everybody that this segment is sponsored by, of course, Gap After Dark Mercantile. That's right. If you don't have any hair down there, we got something for you to wear. And, of course, comes in many sizes and colors and styles. So, please, if you're in need of one, please call.
And don't forget to mind the gap.
1-800-555-BUSH.
That's exact. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought you were going to unmute and roast us, man. Come on, bring the roast, buddy.
I was feeding cats. I was feeding my cat.
He was feeding the ducks.
Oh, he's
He's
feeding
got
the cat.
cats? No way.
You know, that only opens up for more abuse. You know that, Gap. You're the crazy cat guy.
Oh man,
The
I
crazy
don't know why I
cat
thought
Gap.
that was so funny, but
Well,
Gap without cat seems
Well, at least
inconceivable.
It's just everything. Yeah.
At least I didn't say I was feeding my pussies.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what she said.
On all fours.
Oh my.
Cash Money can put his change in my piggy
Smiling
bank any
politely.
day.
Oh my God, Pops, this is going fabulous.
Oh man,
fabulous! This is a fabulous stream.
Welcome to the Looney House, John.
This is how it's been.
Yeah, this is how it's been from the start. We never started the show on the rails. We were already off the rails by the time the show started.
It's good times.
I didn't even know there were any rails around.
14 years. I worked at a university for 14 years. You can't surprise me.
Oh, I know we can't.
Sure,
It's just the big thing is this.
Yeah.
We had 16 frat houses and 8 sororities. Nothing surprises me anymore.
And
how many of those
on the panel, Fez? That's why you are here.
So please let us know how many of those sororities did you panty raid? Just want to know.
Revenge
No,
of the
we
Nerds.
never did that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
No,
that wasn't gonna
I
happen.
didn't want to get fired.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And of course, at that time was the beginning of the whole Me Too woke transitioning thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually, that began
Yeah.
around 2002.
Some I guess it did kind of start around.
Oh
that
yeah,
time.
it started.
Well,
about
you
that.
know, there were some things, John, that were good about it. You know, it exposed the whole thing about the gymnast. That was horrible. If you ever get to watch a documentary, watch that about the U.S. gymnasts. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
But you know,
Harvey Weinstein, or
that was good. Yeah, and that went on for so many years, and so all those people who were hypocrites, like you knew,
you
were being hypocritical in Hollywood as
Yeah.
always.
Well, the one thing with a lot of the sorority girls was Mom and daddy are lawyers, so they're going to have fun with the employees. I'm a locksmith. So I get called up to a given sorority, go to the room. Now, standard procedure: knock 3 times, announce yourself, wait, knock 3 times, announce yourself. There's no answer in a few seconds. Then you unlock the door and go to work on the lock.
Oh, okay.
Well, there were times when you'd knock on the door, announce yourself, and you've got your tools laid out there ready to go, and the door would open and the girl would be there naked. And it's like, okay, pack up the tools. I'll be back later. You never even looked up, you know? It was not worth it to say anything. You don't smile. You don't laugh. You save that for when you're back out in the truck, because anything you did, even a smile or a wink, you were going to be sued and fired.
Wow.
You know,
But
are we really entering a world where
wait
we're
a
all going to
second.
have to wear body cams? I mean, seriously.
No,
That's
only
like
the
insane.
police officers. Only the police officers.
Well, how about repairmen and Amazon guys? I mean, there must be people walking up to people's doors and all kinds of
It's
bizarre
like
nonsense
Johnny.
happens.
That's why that first episode of Johnny, it's like that's how a lot of us feel. You know, in Cobra Kai. It's like we're from a different generation. What are you people talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have no idea the stuff I can tell you about me being Santa Claus on the chair. In other words, in a mall. And people would come up to me. And, it seems to me that a lot of those women out there have some really demented ideas.
Yeah.
That Santa is sexy. And I look at the mirror and I go, you call this sexy?
Yeah, I know. They're sick. They're sick.
Hey, take it where you can get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they that would be a crazy situation for sure, John. You just avert your eyes and don't. Yeah.
I mean, the worst one for me was going into a room again and knock and announce, go in, turn the light on, nobody's there, take the lock off the door, put the new lock on, test it out, shut the lights off and go. Well, before I shut the light off, I heard this moan and this girl rose up off the guy's bed. This was in a frat house. And it's like, oh, jeez, you know? And Monday mornings were especially good in the frat houses because certain ones you walk in on a Monday morning, you better have your shoes on tight because your feet are sticking to that floor covered with beer. And God knows what else.
I thought it was something other than beer. Okay, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Well, there were all kinds of things. We used to find used condoms on door handles all the time.
Oh, wow.
That's the real world of college life.
Your set of tools came with a pair of tongs.
But
and Frank Oz says, and one soiled.
And there is a reason why you wear rubber gloves.
Oh, yeah. Rubber gloves.
Because of 2x2 hands of blue, right? 2x2 hands of blue.
But just somebody coming to the door naked, it would it's so awkward. It doesn't matter who it is. It's like,
yeah,
I'm going to go over here now.
When you go to see Santa in the mall, take a look. You'll find every one of them, they got white gloves on their hands.
Yep.
Interesting.
There's a reason for it, I can tell you. Oh, boy.
That's why we can't find Santa's fingerprints.
Yes. You'd be amazed what happened to the chair.
Hey, I started working a telemarketing job, working for a construction company.
Boo!
Yeah, I know, dude. Let me tell you
I might
something,
have hung
man.
up on you at one time.
I get cursed all the time. You probably have, Anonymous. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Working for home builders, we're here to help. I got some teenage girls or college girls or single. I don't who the hell knows with their voices over the phone, but one girl is just like, yeah, I need my bathroom counter repaired because my boyfriend just fucked the shit out of me and we broke the fucking thing off the wall, and I was like, click,
Yeah, that's some bullshit.
So you did talk to Cash Money. You did talk to Cash Money then.
That is not something I'd ever want to do. That's terrible. I mean, she might have been telling the truth, but still, that's
some people don't. Well, a lot of people don't have that shame.
That really makes you nervous is if you are in a mall that is near a bar.
Yeah.
Because at the evening time, when everything is wound down, but you're still open.
Yeah.
So you're still sitting there taking care of kiddies and what have you. At this time, you're mostly taking care of adults that are drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And you got some of these women that come up there and they grab around you.
Yeah.
And you find out, they can suffocate you with those damn things.
What a way to go.
Yeah, I remember some interesting nights in a strip club. The one girl, well, she had the headphones that I really wanted because she came up behind me and wham right in my ears with them. Oh, that was glorious.
Just don't have a situation if you ever watch that movie John Go. That where the guy goes, I will have your finest champagne, and his friend's like, you're an idiot. And then he takes him in the back room. And, did you see that movie?
No.
You guys have never watched Go? Yeah,
No.
I think
No.
Honestly.
You guys should check that movie out. You'll laugh, Clay.
You were talking about a strip club there, John?
Yeah.
When I was working construction, after the job was over, everybody would run over to this one strip club that was just down the road.
Yeah.
I was in there one night, dragged in by these guys. I really didn't want to go. I wanted to go home. Last thing I want to do is to get drunk with the hell out there and then try to have to drive home.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm in there and they introduced this Miss whatever that comes out and she's stripping and all these guys are going, ooh, ah. I take a look and I go, oh, shit, I know her. She comes walking by, saying her name that all these guys were saying, oh, come here. This is hi, Kay, how's it going? She took about 2 more steps, stopped dead, turned around, snapped back, and said, holy shit, I didn't see you, old man. She slides into her lap.
Yeah.
She's rubbing my hair and everything else, making sure that those mammillaries are jammed all over me.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted to kill me. How in the hell? What the hell?
Yeah.
But Kay was hot.
So sorry.
I went to school with her. She was a classmate.
Yeah, fun days. Used to go into one strip club with my paycheck and come out with cab fare if I was lucky.
I bet. Yeah.
And after all that sorority training.
Yeah.
Oh, this was long before that.
Okay. All right. That makes more sense.
Back in the 80s, I mean, you could get away with anything.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, close.
Yeah, the late 70s and early 80s.
It was a different time, and we just looked at people, as people because they're people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. We had this all figured out about 20 or 30 years ago, man. I really thought we had this all figured out. I just don't know what the hell. It just blew up in our faces.
We knew people were weird, and as long as they didn't bother us, we just left them be.
Yeah, it's whatever. We saw people with crazy mohawks even in the 90s, and we went, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
We saw
it was
people
art.
with baggy pants. We saw people with shaved heads.
Yeah. Guys wearing zoot suits, gals wearing zoot suits. It's like, who cares, man? Yeah, people are weird. Get over it, It's like, what?
Yep, it was just their style. That's what they
In the
wanted to do.
90s, I went to this Viking event, and I'm parked in the parking lot before the rest of the guys get there to set up. And just down the line from me is this car with about 4 really freaked out weirdos. And I'm going, okay, great. Well, pretty soon a couple more pull in and join up. Now I'm just talking a small army down there. Me, though, it's a nice, beautiful, warm day. I got my Wagner tape CD jammed in my player. I got the window open and I'm playing Wagner. I think it was Der Fledermaus I had on. But anyhow, up comes one of these kids after a little bit and he goes, "Excuse me, sir." Sir? What is it that you're listening to, sir? I tell him. Real.
Oh. Uh-oh.
It froze up.
Oh, no.
He froze.
Yeah, he froze. No. Not good.
Mid-story.
He's in carbonite.
Here, what do you guys think of this? This was one of the friends I used to know. He didn't. We were next to a Hooters, and he didn't want to go into the Hooters because it's just he felt because he's Christian and this and that. What do you guys think of that? Do you think you should push somebody to say, "Come on, you wuss" or something?
No.
I don't, but exactly.
No.
No.
If
That's
somebody
how I feel
has,
too. Yep.
if somebody has their convictions, you can't make them do something against their conscience.
Exactly.
And
that's how I
that's
feel.
something that, dignity matters to a man. And you have to respect your fellow man's dignity.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you just replace Hooters with any other old thing.
Exactly.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it totally makes sense. I mean, you replace it with alcohol or weed or drugs.
Yeah.
And it's like,
somebody
no, of course.
could have a real issue with that. They may be a Christian, but they're still human and they have temptations and they may be struggling with that particular temptation. And you're over there just trying to stick them back into the soup.
Yep.
And it's not going to say, like he said, like Steven said, alcohol, drugs, take a hit of weed. It's no big deal. He's a freaking drug addict that's trying to get over it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's funny. Like people, would make fun of Dare, and that's great and all that. But Dare actually taught you a lot about drugs you shouldn't do.
Yeah,
and that eggs fry up when you put it in the frying pan.
Right.
Yeah.
Fry your
brain.
What are you talking about?
This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah,
it's a very effective message.
Yeah, look at Joe Biden. Look at how many drugs he's taking.
Oh, crying out loud.
Or maybe he should.
We're living in a pharmatocracy.
Yes.
Right. Oh, that's a fancy word.
I
couldn't even say that. I can't even say pharmatocracy.
It's been going on since 2000. Right, where like every other commercial was for some other prescribed something.
I think, all the side effects were worse than the disease.
Yeah, and jokes aside, we've been living in this
If you're feeling
world
depressed
where,
and have thoughts of suicide, take this pill, but be aware that you may kill yourself.
Yeah, be aware you might have this problem and that problem. Yeah, I know, but they have to say that because they don't want to lie to these people.
It's all liability.
Right,
Yeah,
and most importantly, that's when they start playing the happy music too.
Right. Well,
and
you got beautiful people dancing around in open fields with flowers. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's peachy keen.
That's why it's so funny. These different organizations, movement, mobs. You just call them what they are, mobs. If somebody's bowing down to somebody else, it's probably a mob. It's quite ridiculous. To see people even in high positions too, in Congress and whatever, to bow down to other people is just some of the most ridiculous stuff that I see. It's basically kneel before Zod, like they said on the radio before. It really is.
I prescribe the book Brave New World for further information. I mean, for goodness
not
sake.
that again. I hated that book.
I mean, regardless of its content and whether or not it's a good book or you like it or not, there's a lot of stuff going on in there that is very prevalent to today. The child sexual awareness thing, the public use of drugs. I mean, it's like women wearing pajamas to get coffee. It's all there. It's all there, word for word.
They made us read that in 1984 when I was in high school, and it was just enough to screw me up for the rest of my life.
Wow.
You know,
You think that's bad?
Well,
my internet keeps blowing me out. That's why I keep disappearing.
I'm just glad I graduated in 2016 or whatever at college before all this crazy stuff. I mean, it got to the point where they're even, I don't want to get too political, but they're telling people, oh, well, if you want to come to college, you have to take the vaccine. And it's like, don't we still have a choice to take it or not take it?
Nope.
Nope.
Don't go to college.
Yeah, go to a trade school instead.
I actually had some pretty good education over there, but when they called me and they're like, they wanted money, I says, no.
Oh.
Well, that's because you're cheap. You don't give to anything.
That's right. Well, I mean, you know, it's just a mess. Don't you give enough money to college? You know, it's crazy. You take a class, it's over maybe $1,000 and stuff. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, when I started at the university, the tuition was somewhere around, I think it was $20,000 a year, and then every year or two it would go up about $3,000 to $5,000. And by the time I left, it was $50,000 a year. I mean, it was just nuts. And for what? You know, all they do there, they keep building new buildings, renovating old buildings. You know, that's where all the money's going, and it's like
endowment.
You know, and into all the woke stuff they were doing. One of the last jobs that I did there was they went and asked me to survey all the restroom locks so that they could decide which ones could be used by trans people. And it's like, I'll survey the locks, but I'm not going to do it for that purpose.
Right.
You know, and it's like just. That was one of the final shovels on my back that made me just say the hell with this.
That's why, John, I was always arguing my critical thinking teacher, because it would be like, you know, we did this, we bailed out the banks, we bailed out the auto industry, and I remember one of the other students says we, and I wanted to turn to her. I said we, as in the taxpayers, you moron. But you know, I didn't do that. She was a nice person.
The one that got me was. You know, I got out of the service. I'm going to get some college, right? Whoopee. Anyway, when I was in high school, the teacher that I had for English the last year, senior year, Bill Pritchard, he said, "Are you going on to college?" He said, "This is my class right here." He said, "I am definitely going to give you the one thing you need to have. You're going to pass English with no problem."
Yeah.
And I went, oh, okay. I went in. Everything that he told us to do, all the papers I wrote, they were coming right at me. All I did was just did them a little, hand them back in.
Yeah.
I got a 4.0 in English.
Yeah.
Because of him.
You never know it, though.
Is I'm in a mathematics class, right? Advanced complex mathematics.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do we have for the first half of the class? The damn teacher's talking about Vietnam and how we got to do this and how we that now. All this horrible stuff. And what the hell's that got to do with math?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stand that. It's like you're paying for a class that's supposed to teach a certain subject, and they want to go off about something. That's why I like the multimedia department that I got my degree in. Because they didn't really talk about politics, but when you got into critical thinking and some of these other classes, it's just like, ugh. And it wasn't as bad, but even when I had a theater class and they brought in an actor, the guy started talking about some heavy politics, and it's like, would you feel this way about this, that? And it's like, oh gosh.
Yeah. Well, there was
that was Alan Rich, actually, from a quiz show. I don't know if you guys, I'm sure you guys have heard.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Well, Alan Rich, when he was alive, and our theater teacher warned us about him that, you know, he started talking about how you feel about things like, you know, gay marriage and this and that. And what are you going to say? What are the students going to say? Are they going to?
There's nothing the students can't say. That's the thing.
It's just. Even back then, and that was like 2012, it's ridiculous.
I got him mad because when they asked that question, I'd already been foretrained by somebody else. And is how do you feel about gay marriage? And I said, I'm dead against it. Why? Well, da 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 da. And I said, no. Why don't you just shut your mouth for a minute and let me talk? I said, marriage was instituted by the church, not the government.
No.
The government usurped into there and took that away. Isn't there supposed to be separation between the powers of the church and the state? Now you're trying to jam marriage down the church, which doesn't believe in that. Now, if you're talking about civil marriage, civil union, sure, go right ahead. I don't care.
Yeah.
Do it. And I said, anybody not getting married in the church should be married civilly, not by a judge, getting joined.
And from my view, marriage doesn't mean anything anymore because the divorce rates are going through the roof. They have been since the 70s. And
that's why I'm glad
it's
I got
just,
married in the 60s, but anyhow.
it doesn't mean anything anymore. I mean, why screw up a perfectly good relationship with a piece of paper from the government?
Yeah.
Yeah, the government doesn't add anything to your marriage. I'm obviously for marriage. I've been married for 20 some odd years, and we're perfectly fine. Ain't getting no divorce anytime soon. But
she's okay. She's right behind you right now, isn't she?
Yes,
blink,
right.
Blink 3 times. Blink 3 times.
See the size of the weapon she has against my head.
I thought so. Yeah. Okay.
But,
I got to watch out. My wife shoots better than I do.
Yeah, the government should stay out. I want government out of marriage. The only reason why the government got into marriage to begin with is to keep blacks and whites from marrying each other, and then it just spiraled from there. It turned into a tax thing.
Makes me mad because they should have stayed the hell out of it and left it with the church.
Yeah.
Yes. Church's decision, not yours. Now, if you don't want them, that means you don't give them a civil union.
Well, that's why it's so scary that so many people in America are like, the government is for me. I'm like, dude, what?
No.
Like, I'm not. I don't want. I hate to burst your bubble, but man, we have to still believe in freedom of speech, and you don't have to impede on people's rights. Really, actually, impede on their rights. But why would we want to live? Why would anyone want to live in a society where we don't care about facts and logic? Like, that's crazy.
The truth of the matter is, marriage, even before Christianity, you had the Romans, you had the Greeks, you had the Egyptians, you had the Persians, and everyone identify a relationship between a man and a woman as marriage.
And also through religious leaders.
Huh?
And through their religious leaders.
Yep. Now, you want to change what marriage is, you can call it a civic union. That, to me, ain't no marriage. But if they want to call it that's what they want to do. What I disagree with, and what I get a little upset, if you want to get married and you happen to believe that you're in love with a man and you want to be married, be my guest. I don't know any church that's going to let you get married, nor should the state tell them people you have to let them get married in your church.
Right.
No. You already have.
There's weirdo churches out there
even recently.
I got, unfortunately, a church.
Oh, well, okay, we got people talking over each other here.
Yep. I'm just saying the Church of England is practically destroyed because you have a fraction of it that wants to have gay marriage and the other half that doesn't.
Same thing with the Methodists.
I don't like being religious and pulling out there, but I was always told God does not love the things he hates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. And if you don't believe in God, that's your prerogative.
Right.
My thing is, if you in today's world, they're trying to make everybody comply.
Right.
And as I said, if you don't believe,
because they want us all to be drones.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know how else to put it.
Look, if everybody on this panel likes orange and I like purple, so be it. And if I like orange, that's my business.
Yeah,
I hate orange.
I love what Ronald Reagan said. He said, the scariest words in the English language.
Mm-hmm.
We're here from the government and we're here to help you.
Yep.
Yep. Definitely.
I thought it was
when you tell them to
hell.
take a hike, put it in reverse, and chuck it out of town. That's you have to do things for yourself. You can't rely on the government. And that's the problem with our society. One big problem with our society. We have a lot of problems, but is dependence on government handouts.
Well,
intervention.
That's what they want. They want everybody dependent on the government for everything, so that you'll comply with everything they say. Because if you don't get nothing from the government.
Yeah, and that's why they want a universal basic income for everybody. And once they once they have that, they got you by the balls.
One thing about Rome had bread and circuses.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, we're going to feed you and we're going to entertain you in the Colosseums.
Yeah.
Today, we got food stamps, bread, all that garbage.
Yes, and Disney Plus.
We have professional sports.
Yep.
You ask the average sports guy, "Oh, who's playing tomorrow?" And he'll give you a rundown on everybody and what their stats are.
Yeah.
You ask his congressman and he's going, "Oh, what is that?"
Yeah, and don't even get started on football players. The university I worked at, they used to do the spring training for a certain football team that'll be in the Super Bowl. I didn't say this year, but they were some of the worst people that I've ever met. And I mean, they left the rooms a disaster. And I mean, it was just, and the management people for the football team were just horrid. They push everybody around, and it's like, I don't work for you. What the hell,
Right, exactly. It's the same thing with the sports teams. They're making these millions of dollars. I don't think any of them are making billions of dollars, but they're certainly making a lot of money. And
they're making a lot of money.
The organization, the organization. The organization is telling them, well, you're going to have to wear this certain flag or this certain uniform. And I feel like, no, if the player doesn't want to wear it, they shouldn't have to wear it. Now, if it's a sponsor, maybe, but this other stuff like that hockey player incident, like I'm not going into the detail of it. But
make more money off sports
than you can imagine.
It's colleges. They don't pay none of their kids. They get billions of dollars. You have Bernie Sanders out there saying, "Let's tax the rich to help the kids with college." No, tax the colleges. They get billions, billions.
They really
I'm not. Just forget about the Division II, Division I, who also get a lot of money. But the top-notch colleges, like your Michigans, your USC,
Clemson,
big name,
USC,
they get
UCLA,
just football alone, billions of dollars.
Yeah,
and their players, what do they get? Nothing. You might get a college degree.
Well, that's changing now, Phil.
They're
That's
not
changing
getting
now.
money.
They're going to start getting money, or they have started getting money. It's
and there was always stuff for those.
NCAA is just a nightmare, mostly.
Yeah.
You know how much Harvard's endowment is?
I don't know.
I can
$53 billion.
Yep.
Jeez.
That's a big, giant rainy day fund. I tell you that. They don't need any help. They don't need any scholarships for that. So they don't need any government assistance. They got their money. They know what they're doing.
And they still go after the alumni for donations for things, making millions and millions of dollars off that every year.
Yeah.
And as I said, raising the tuitions and everything else,
it's ridiculous. And so, even the financial aid, I remember my friends in college were like, one of the main things we can thank Obama for is financial aid. Well, because of that, tuition went up. So it's a double-edged sword.
One of the other things is
I want to quickly go back to the point that you were making, Cash, about baseball teams in particular not making money. They're making money. Look at all the contracts that have been handed out this past off season.
A ton of money. Oh, it's insane. It's like, is a player really worth that? What if they get hurt? It's just, but there's all this money around, and it's a giant, giant mess. And then then when when our inflation is bad and we're just bleeding money in this country, or we're borrowing money from another country, or we're going to another country and we're asking them for things like oil, we've got serious problems here.
Yeah.
But people are like, well, that's not true. It's 110,000 billion percent.
I mean,
funny thing.
I'm gonna bring this up because I do cover baseball on my channel. I know this is being simulcast on your channel too, Baron.
Oh yeah.
But I want to bring this up. I was gonna make a video on it and discuss it, but I'm gonna go ahead and discuss it now. Baseball is, in my opinion, ruining itself with all these different rule changes.
Mm-hmm.
You have the pitch clock that affects both the pitcher and the batters, and you have bigger bases now going into the season.
Bigger bases. Oh, come
yes.
on.
Yes.
Yeah.
The standard
Why don't you make
base
the freaking hoop in basketball bigger?
The standard base
Pansy.
prior to this season was 15 inches.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be 18 inches.
Why?
And they're saying it's because of safety.
Bullshit.
Safety. Well, you know what? Why didn't you just put the little thing out there and turn this into professional t-ball?
So this article says in 2023, Major League Baseball brings a wave of rules changes collectively aimed at improving the game's pace of play, increasing action on the field. Okay, first of all, that's word salad for we want the casual fan to come to a game because we're going to try to make these games quicker. Who needs the casual fan? Leave it to the diehard fans who actually care about the game, just like with entertainment, video games, everything that we care about in pop culture. Leave it to us because we're the ones that care about it, not the people who are fly-by-night fans. Oh, hey, guess what? The team's in first place. I'm going to all of a sudden root for them now.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the thing is, guys couldn't play. They could not
I was
play
somebody
baseball. Back in the days that I did, I used to see it, the 50s. That was played by a bunch of guys who came back from World War II. Those baseball games were war. And they spikes up at each other when taking a base. You know, I mean, beanballs galore.
Yeah.
And guys cry, "Oh, he talked nasty to me, and the base is a little too far back." Don't even know what the heck it is.
Yeah. And you want to see real baseball, go watch one of the games from the 40s or 50s, or even the 20s and 30s. They're on YouTube. Watch that stuff. That's pretty wild sometimes.
And the one sport that I do like to watch, I am addicted to it.
Yeah.
Rugby.
Yeah.
Those guys are out there to play. They're out there to play for real.
Yeah.
Take a look at what they do on that field with minimal padding of any kind whatsoever.
Yeah, none of those helmets or shoulder pads.
And then watch these football players go, "Oh, but I got no rubbing that." And these guys go, "I broke my wrist. Wrap it up. I'm going back in."
Yeah.
And the Baron and I, went twice to Vegas for the World Rugby Championship games, the route. Anyhow, one morning, just before everything got going, we walked out, and he was way ahead of me. And what do we have? The whole hallway out there, all filled up with a bunch of black guys. And what were they doing? They were having a prayer session before the game.
Yeah.
And who were they? They were the ones that won rugby in the Olympics.
Yep.
Right on that, Baron?
Yep. The Fiji.
Go ahead, Baron.
No, the Fiji team.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And we thank them, for the brilliant games that they played to win the Olympics. They were the most gracious, humble people you ever met.
Yeah.
And the same with all the others that we ran into. These guys are real people. They're not. I'm a star football player. Look at what they wrote about me. No. A guy's going for the end zone for the try, and somebody's going to start to cut him off a little bit. What does he do? He laterals over to one of the other guys so he can go in.
Yeah.
Just no. Rugby is, and they don't get played anywhere near.
Rugby is a very violent sport, and with the NBA, where they used to play quite hard. In college, they're still playing pretty hard, I would say. But in the NBA, it's like, oh, I got a slap on the wrist. Oh, it's a foul. Ref. Come on, dude.
He breathed on me.
That's right.
Well, well, some people's breath, I can understand that.
Get a certain.
I hear Phil's is pretty bad.
I'm at kind of a loss with this
What I
whole
know.
thing. I've never watched any ball sports, at all my whole life. I mean, with the exception of 1 year with the Rams when they were going for the Super Bowl. I was a big Aries Rams nut back when I was a teenager, so I just kind of fell into it. And the Islanders going for the Stanley 1 year was an epic season, and I just got swooned by the whole thing. But beyond that, it blows my mind. I don't watch anything Star Wars, new or old, anymore, right? Star Trek, the same way. So if these teams are so abhorrent, why are we even talking about it anymore? It's like kind of like the whole Velma on YouTube review thing. It's like, why are we talking about this show? It's negative advertising is advertising. It just doesn't make any sense.
Because it's just
that's the whole point.
People don't understand why we're doing this, and people, I don't know, the different YouTube channels and so on are like, why are they attacking this show that is considered classic? The creators would be turning over in their grave probably. What has happened to Scooby-Doo?
Oh yeah, Hanna-Barbera would have a fit.
They would not be happy.
Well, the guy who voiced Shaggy, what would he say? He was like the hippest dude
Casey
ever.
Kasem?
Yeah,
I don't think
what would he say?
Man,
to all
what
this?
happened to him later in his life, his last few years of his life, was just horrible. What his family did to him.
Casey,
yeah.
I don't think he'd
you
like
guys
to say
remember how
Ed
Ed McMahon was. You guys remember how Ed McMahon was treated by Hollywood the last few years? Of time? Man, that is still. Yep.
Yeah,
horrible.
they're all abhorrent. I refuse to participate. It's like I don't even go buy FNT anymore because it's just like, dudes, I just can't anymore with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's the whole thing too, Stephen. That they think a lot of these YouTube channels and other people, they're like, no, these guys are the bad guys. No, you don't have all the answers either. So
None of us do. That's the thing. None of us do.
Just admit it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't be a hater, Cat. You keep spreading your hate. Don't
Well,
be a
I don't know.
hater.
We saw a lot of love going on between Gap and him. It's like, I mean, thank goodness those laws passed in California.
Well, Phil is McCracken. He's cracking.
California. Well, Ransom lives there too. You live in California also, man. It's a wacky place, but
yeah, it's simmered down quite a bit. It really has simmered down quite a lot.
If you live in the valley areas and you're not in like San Francisco and stuff, you don't see all this craziness. You see some.
They'll always be the CCP of the nation.
Well, and on that note, I think it's a good time to wrap up this edition of PACIFIC414 Pop Talk, simulcasting on Baron Orvantag's Phantomology.
Yes, it is, which I'm very thankful for.
Well, I just thought I would try something in the middle of the broadcast, see if we can have it broadcast on your channel, and it works.
Yeah,
so
it does. It's Needle Keen. Needle Keen, everybody.
Let's get
Dynamite.
So, I do want to thank everybody who's been here, whether you were on the panel or in the chat. First, I want to thank the panelists who were here for this evening. And let me just pull up the names. I did save them. Yes, I was doing a few things while you guys were talking and listening. I can do two things at once.
Barely.
Oh, quiet you. Smart ass.
I'm just smiling politely.
But I do want to thank, of course, our guests this evening. We had Crit from Everest Productions. We had Paul from the Star Wars guys.
Yes.
We had Janet from Another Planet.
Yep.
Steven, thank you for being here. We also had Kathy Skywalker here. We had Jed Sparks here. Anonymous.
That's me.
We had Gap After Dark. Thank you all for being here. As a matter of fact, Anano, I am adding you right now before I forget. Otherwise, Anonymous is going to say, Mike, you didn't add me. How come you didn't add me? Just like you didn't read that article that Gap had. Why? Why?
What do you add me to? Do I have to give a blood test or something? What are you doing?
Yes.
All I'm doing is saying at Anonymous, and you're automatically in the description. If somebody wants to sub to your channel, all they got to do is click onto it, and they're on your channel. Instead of finding your link, copying and pasting. And
Technology, isn't it great?
Chris swimming around in the chat.
It can be. It can.
But I do want to thank Gap After Dark for being here. I want to thank the long-suffering Mrs. Tack. She's coming home. She's coming home.
Oh, yes, she is. She is. Yay.
She's going to slap Baron with a fish.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm in trouble now.
You bet you are, boy.
Over on the Fandomology side, there was Tiger Stripes.
Yep.
We also had Steven Ransom. He's also here on the panel. John Rendell. Thank you, John.
Yep. Pleasure to be here. Thank you.
We also had Low Spec Linux Laptop. Thank you, Low Spec. And we also had on the panel Janet from Another Planet. Thank you, Janet.
Mm-hmm.
She was our guest this past Sunday. It was a great show.
Yep, and she actually had a little bit of class to our show tonight. It takes a lot of work. Took a lot.
It would take a lot more work considering we were already off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't add class to class.
Rails.
We learned a lot about an easy bake oven tonight, so that was something.
Yeah.
Yeah, we learned about your love affair with Gap After Dark, so that was interesting.
Shocking and new all at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how Chris going to handle this.
I don't know.
Well,
I also want to thank,
and also Phil and Cap got into it.
Yeah. Well, they're like an old married couple.
Yeah, he just can't get a hold and comprehend his status of being 7-Up. But it says it all right there.
And DJ Ron and G, I do want to thank you for being here with us tonight. And thank you very much. I know you are one of the guests that I am having next week on the Collector's Stream, Collector Stream number 3 for PACIFIC414.
Yay!
Always a pleasure. Those are always fun. What time is that again?
That's going to be at 6 p.m. Eastern next Wednesday.
Oh, good. Wednesday. Okay, perfect. I'll be there. I thought it was going to be Sunday. I got worried. But yeah, Wednesday. I'm looking.
That's why I'd asked, which day would work better for people, either Wednesday or Sunday, because I know, there are some folks who can appear on a Sunday, but they can appear on a Wednesday and vice versa.
Well, I found some
Wednesday
of my
won out, so
I
look forward to seeing the fleet.
Change that statement. I wouldn't downvote it just 3 times. I would do it 6 times if it was possible.
Create some alt accounts, Phil, and you can do that.
Yeah,
that's too much work.
You're going to vote it down when you're on it.
That's too much work. do I seem like to be a Paul to you that will go around and do something like that?
But old man has old man has a point. Why downvote something that you were on?
Well, because he's on it.
No coupons for you, Phil.
But Phil, thank you for being here tonight. Nova Vaughn, thank you very much. We also had Paul from the Star Wars guys. Get well soon, Paul.
Who is barely holding on to life. He was visited by Chris Pratt. And
oh yeah, that's right. He was.
And Johnny Depp in costume. So
yeah, that was really nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they saw that picture. They saw that
Yeah,
picture.
yeah.
With the shaved. Yeah, they thought, oh, we have to visit him.
We should post that picture on. We should tag those two guys and see if they're on Twitter. Post that picture.
And I also want to thank Leia Rose for being here tonight. She's everybody's princess here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cool. And Phil's president of his fan club.
She's the princess. Get it right. She's the princess.
I said she was the princess. Listen, old man.
I was talking.
Hey, I'm the old man.
I didn't know you were the spokesperson for Baron.
Well, time to go another hour. Time to go another hour. I'd like to thank everybody. An hour later.
Is Cash blushing?
Cash, you of all people know that I try to end every edition of Pop Talk by thanking everybody who's been here.
I know that.
Yeah, everybody on Barrett's channel, Animology, you see what I have to deal with each and every episode of Pop Talk?
Oh, yeah.
He can't take Baron and I anywhere.
No. Nowhere's not a place.
But he can take Anonymous anywhere.
Oh.
Getting snippy.
Yeah. But I want to thank Kathy Skywalker for being here. I also want to thank Brandon Looney Tune Fan 2000 for being here. Old man, thank you for being here. And if you all have anything you want to promote, now is the time.
I have one thing to say.
Oh, no.
Yes, I've been praying for it. And now, just less than 5 minutes away from my house, Waffle House.
Oh, nice.
I can walk now to Waffle House anytime I want.
You're not tracking down Waffle House Girl again, are you?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
I care.
He just wants a dinner and a show. That's all he wants.
Oh yeah.
Hey, let me do a shout out. I'm going to be on 2 different channels tomorrow and Friday. One of them is Roman of the Empire. I don't know if anybody knows him. Roman of the Empire is doing. We're going to smash the hell out of Thunderdome, and then we're going to get right into Fury Road because Roman of the Empire does not like Tina Turner. So there's that. And then on Friday, I'm going to be over at Hoffcast. Let's see, what are we going to be? We're going to be getting into some topics I sent him. He seems pretty thrilled about it. It's going to be everywhere from comic books to getting into some deep philosophy about the world behind the world. I'm going to be his, guest for the episode. It'll be Friday sometime or after 6 p.m. Pacific time, and Thursday is at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So, however that translates.
If you could do me a favor, Steven, if you could send me a DM on Twitter with those links, I'll be sure to tweet it out, and this way folks will be able to tune in. And
yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I'll definitely bump those to you. I don't know if Hoff has a link up yet, but I know that Roman has definitely been promoting all week on Twitter. Roman of the Empire at Twitter. So you should be able to find it.
All right. Definitely will.
Thank you for that.
Anytime.
Yeah, and if you want to see more of me, check out my check out King Dolphin TV.
The family show.
This Wednesday night is going to be Anti-Derivative Jill and Raymond talking about romances on Deep Space Nine. And then this coming Saturday is going to be Ladies' Night on King Dolphin TV. It's going to be a madhouse, but it should be very interesting. And we have a lot of them over there.
And she's feeling right.
Those are always fun. Those ladies' nights. I know a guy named Cannoli Sasquatch that he just had one, and it was a gas. It was the chat was just hopping.
And I'm going to identify as a lady too, so I can get in that one because who wouldn't want to be amongst all those lovely ladies that's over there at King Dolphin.
I was wondering who that guy was hiding in that spa in California. So it's
Baroness, I guess we could call her.
Baroness. I'll be Baroness. Yeah, I'll be Baroness for one day.
Ma'am, excuse me, it is ma'am.
Everybody has up all except hooligans who seem to be
tag.
slacking.
Excuse me, it's tag.
No, nothing.
Slacking.
I hear nothing.
Do check out the Comics Relief Crusader on his channel on Tuesday nights for Titillating Tuesday nights. He's doing well. He's doing better. And God bless him. He's pulling through a lot of stuff. So check him out. He's a good guy.
You got me.
That's the Comic Relief Crusader. Please check him out. He does great content.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even if he is Canadian.
Nobody.
You know what, Baron?
Don't be a hoser, eh? I mean, a few weeks ago we had our straight through watch party, eh? And that's all we were doing, eh? We were just doing this, eh? Take off, eh?
Oh, yeah, eh?
What are you doing, you hoser?
You gotta hurry up and then this cash money has to go.
Hey, who's the control here? Who's the control here?
DJ Ronnie G?
No.
Who is the troll here? Who is the troll here?
I'm in control here. I'm in control here.
Control.
Baron's in control here.
Oh, I have not been all night.
Come on, Baron. With those shoulders, you got to be in control of something.
There he is.
Hey,
DJ Ronnie's in control. That's crazy.
See, look, he's in charge.
You could be next to your best friend.
Circle beats the square.
Anonymous, what do you have coming up?
Oh, I'm working on a script for my new video about that 90s show. So, yeah.
You'll have it out before Cash does another stream on Phantom Hooligans.
Probably.
Hopefully not. It's all right. There was some technical difficulties. It's just like
he couldn't make it. He couldn't get out of bed.
Phone calls and you didn't
There
answer.
was technical difficulties. No, I got out of bed, but there was
It was Cash Money hanging out in the bushes outside of Gap's place. That's the technical difficulty.
Yeah, I was trying to steal his easy bake oven. Got to steal that easy bake oven. So
Easy bake ovens.
Was that what that kid was coming up against that sign? Did you want after him with a 9-iron?
Absolutely.
You wanted to stick your brownie in his easy bake oven, didn't you?
About that easy bake oven article.
Oh yeah.
I can't
believe
believe
to a whole new level. Anonymous.
They didn't mention the Deadpool mentioning. There's that whole sequence in Deadpool where they talk about an easy bake oven being delivered by the girl from Little House on the Prairie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I used to like Little House on the Prairie.
Me too.
It wasn't a bad show.
Yeah, Phil was there when they filmed it.
Phil, I'm
on
going to play this particular sound bite tonight, so I'm going to play it again.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Hey, you don't say that when you talk about Little House on the Prairie. Okay?
No coupons for
That's
you, Phil.
Minnesota's finest information there about the people living on the
You know what, Phil? Once again.
Oh my God! Who the hell
cares? Do you want to rumble with the people in Minnesota there? I don't think so.
I have two people from Minnesota on the panel right now.
I think Phil McCracken is excited about the Waffle House being so close, so he can get into a brawl. That's what I think.
Did you not see Waffle House Girl in action?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. DJ Ronnie G. DJ Ronnie G. What do you have coming up, brother?
Well, I'm
Before
playing
Phil
one
gets
thing
on his
close to the
obsession.
chest. I really, really want to do a collaboration with Mr. Punk Waddle, so I'm gonna play it close to the chest until I actually do the prep work on that. But I got a verbal commitment from him on something, and I'm looking forward to having him in either puppet form or thumbnail form. If you know Punk Waddle, you know he's a penguin, but sometimes he shows up as a thumbnail image of a penguin instead of a penguin.
He is also a mod here on the channel.
And
I like that
beyond
combo
that,
a lot.
yeah, I mean, like, you know, we get along great, and you know, I was watching this anime series called Galaxy Express 39, and I feel like we might be able to do something about that because, I mean, you know, have you guys ever seen Galaxy Express 999?
I haven't.
I mean, it really deals with that whole theme of you know, man and technology, and you know, basically, it's about this kid whose mom gets murdered by a robot, and yet he still wants to get a robot body, and if he makes it to the planet Andromeda or to like the end of the line of the Galaxy Express, it gets to the end of the train line, he gets a free robot body. The problem is the ticket on that train is super expensive. Luckily, he hooks up with this blonde lady, or not really hooks up, meets up with her, and she has some nefarious agenda. We don't really know what she's up to, but it's kind of interesting because along the way he has like these moments where he learns that the robots, the men in robotic bodies, are monsters. Like they turn into monsters. They may get a robot body with the intent of having eternal life or, you know, extended lifespans. But for one reason or another, a lot of them will turn into a-holes sooner or later. For example, he like goes on a planet where they're eating at a restaurant, and the people in the restaurant realize that he's not a robot. Next thing you know, they're trying to kill his girlfriend in order to turn her into a trophy to hang up on the wall. There was one episode he meets a robot in a wooden body. He was the only robot who is not an asshole. And, well, actually, I might save that one because it was a very sad episode. But basically, when the one or two robots die that are not assholes, one of the robots says to the kid, take a real close look. You know, and the robot is just a jaw with a brain casing, a metal box with a brain inside. He's saying, take a real close look. This is all that's left of me. And if you become a robot like me, you're going to have this. And Tetsuro doesn't seem to learn his lesson right away, but as his, you know, character arc develops, I think he'll realize by the end. And I don't even know how it ends because I've never finished the whole series, but I'm just pumped. I'm sorry you caught me off guard here talking about something I love, but I'm looking forward to covering that in some level of detail. Beyond that, I'm probably going to do some gaming streams over the week because, you know, I'm going to play that Harry Potter game. I'm looking forward to getting, I hear that if you play the Harry Potter game,
yes,
people will chat you up in your stream chat, which should be really good for my stream engagement.
Yeah, you know,
the positive things.
You just hope for that harassment. I don't know if everyone's getting harassed playing Harry Potter, but probably just about, it seems.
There's a whole list. I got a list of people who's playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get on a list, that could really help my channel.
Right. Sure, man.
I'm sure you're on somebody's list.
You're on my list.
I'm playing Harry Potter, the Hogwarts thing as we speak.
Oh, and I have a gift for Phil. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah, why do you torture me, Baron? Why do you torture me?
Well, you torture us every day. You mention Waffle House Girl, Waffle House Girl, Waffle House Girl. In the Discord, Waffle House Girl, Waffle House Girl.
I have a shirt. I have to be careful because I talk so much about Waffle House Girl. My girlfriend got pissed off and kicked me out of bed. So I have to be careful.
What?
It's your own fault, dude.
Yeah, that's your fault, dude.
Look, wait. Show that video again of her catching that chair.
Oh,
I was going to. Here we go.
You know why he got kicked out, right? Is because he asked her to wear a blue shirt and an apron.
and
yeah.
Here's my response. I know I'm gonna be wearing out the soundbite, but I don't care.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
We care. We care.
We always care.
You care. Yes.
All right, Phil. All right, Mr. Waffle House Girl Obsessionaire. Yes, I just made that up. What do you have coming up on Release McCracken?
It's coming out in a week. In a week. Gonna have a live stream.
You sure? You sure?
I'm not cash money.
Because
I'm not cash money. I don't say I'm putting a video out or a live stream and then they're doing
I have not done any of that. No,
4 months.
Never happened. That's fake news. That's
It's
fake
never
news.
going to happen. You're right. It's
Fake
never gonna
news. Nope, that's not what I mean. But what you said is fake news. So yes, continue on, Mr. McCracken.
Well, anyway, it's going to be great. I'm telling you, it's going to be next Friday. Next
So
Friday.
the Scottish therapist will make a return. Okay,
Scottish therapist.
That's great.
And I'm going to
Gentlemen.
bring my cousin, Pat McGroin.
I gotta pop off. You guys have a great night.
You too, Steven.
You
Doc,
Thank you for
Good to see you, Steven.
joining us.
Thanks for having me on. Cash Money, Baron, and the rest of you punks.
Yeah.
Man. Talk to you guys soon.
Take
Thanks
care.
for having me on.
See you soon, buddy.
Cheers.
Yeah, great talking with you.
Anytime, brother.
Hey, buddy.
Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye. See ya. Bye. Bye.
Wait a minute.
I just want to be the last guy to say goodbye. No, I don't have a dog.
Isn't that your dog barking like that?
No.
No, it's mine.
No, Baron likes to dress up for
All right.
his dogs. So
Go ahead. Go ahead, Phil. What do you got coming up on Release McCracken?
Oh, it's going to be. It's a special. I can't reveal it. But it'll be Friday next Friday.
When is it gonna? Okay, next Friday. What time? What time?
It's going to be about 8 p.m.
you're gonna show clips of Murder She Wrote? That's awesome.
No, he got Waffle House Girl to come on his stream.
Oh, finally.
We would never hear the end of it if that was the case.
I don't think his girlfriend would.
I
be too
don't have
happy
that
about
much
it.
pool.
You better not be around that house that day.
I don't have that much pool, and I don't have a death wish. I don't want my girlfriend beating me up. Hey, spousal abuse doesn't go the other way.
Stream. That should be a stream, man. I love it. Phil's girlfriend beats him up on stream. That's awesome.
Cool.
I'd pay money for that.
I
I
would
would
get
give
some
super
views
chats
and
to that.
subs.
Yeah, definitely.
Live, Bill McCracken getting beat up by his girlfriend.
I'd buy that for $1.
Anything else, Phil?
No, that's it. That's it.
All right, Baron, what you got coming up?
Of course, besides doing Pop Talk on Sunday and be about noon my time. Hopefully I'll be on. Well, I'll have to see how things go this week here with the wife coming home. I hope to be on the Pulp Culture Minefield. They've been asking about me, so I said, yeah, I should probably come staggering back. So that's noon at Gary and Keith's basically Pop Culture Minefield website or YouTube site. My apologies. And of course, hopefully I won't probably be on ladies' night, but probably lurk in there and make some comments. Unless, of course, I can convince Raymond that I am a lesbian stuck in a man's body. That's what I'll do. A lesbian stuck in a man's body. And of course, like I said, Pop Talk on Sunday, 1 o'clock, noon my time. And then, of course, later on that day is the Kings with 24/7 Fusion Media, the ever mysterious Vigilante Williamson, the Hollywood Knight himself, New Bomb Turk, and myself. That's about 5 o'clock Central Standard Time on 24/7 Fusion.
Very nice. And we don't have to worry about Cash. He's got nothing coming up after all. It's going to be 5 years before we get another stream.
We'll see. We'll see Docky Pop, Mr. Man who thinks that he's going to be yes sensei, no sensei. No sensei. You heard Docky Pop.
You know what? You know what? You brought this upon yourself, Cash Monet.
No, it's Monet.
Monet.
What
are you talking about? Oh, my guidance counselor says that certain words perpetuate this sexist worldview.
Quiet! From now on, you won't listen to your guidance counselor. You're going to listen to me. Is that understood?
Yes, sensei.
Yeah.
Quiet!
Come on.
Emotional damage!
or is it more like this instead of emotional damage?
I will send you to Jesus.
It's not ready.
No.
All right, Cash. Got
let's see.
anything?
Well, I'm gonna probably pop on Sunday on Pop Talk. So if I feel like it. So it's always an invitation.
It's like it's like
And then
your opinion, man.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
I love the way John Goodman looks at that. He's just so pissed off at the world about everything.
You can identify with him, can't you?
Sometimes.
So what did you do in Vietnam?
Try not. Yeah, Vietnam. I think that was Phil. Yeah.
What does anything have to do with Vietnam?
But yeah, Pop Talk, and then we'll just see from there. So
we'll just see from there. So no Saints Row 2 stream that you're gonna try again after.
Oh well, I have to try again. Just not going to tell you when. I mean, my goodness, it's just like people think I'm a ghost over here. So when it comes to streaming,
yeah. People are wondering when are the Phantom Hooligans going to stream something?
I know.
What's a Phantom Hooligan?
Unfortunately,
they used to be this YouTube channel that had content where they would talk about different topics and play games, but they haven't done anything in quite some time.
They'll be back. There was a stream, but like I said, and Mike heard me, but 3 other people said they couldn't hear me.
You sounded fine that night.
And then the
game audio was good. Your audio was good. I don't know what their problem was.
And I was like, that stream is garbage. So I just literally erased it from YouTube. So I have to do a new one.
Erased from existence.
So I can't blame people for thinking that there's some ghosts living on that stream. So it's all right.
Well, just do a test stream and make it private, and then rewatch it and see if everything sounds right.
I don't think there's ghosts over there. I think it's something
there's ghosts.
For.
There's ghosts for sure. There's barking of dogs sometimes too. I think it's parents.
Yeah.
It sometimes feels that way, yes.
Wow.
I'm going to put you in an illusion, Nova Vaughn, formerly known as Cobra Disney Jedi.
I have never been on the Phantom Hooligans, so.
No, you haven't.
You have not, Baron. That'll have to change.
Yeah,
I want to be on the Phantom Boobikins.
Boobikins? Boobikins?
Political party?
Boobikins.
Anything else for anybody to promote?
Oh, I neglected to mention. I neglected to mention that I've been imaging this comet for like the past week, and I'm going to make an animation sequence of the green comet, also known as C2022. It's got a long ass name. C2022 Eve 3 ZTF. It's the green comet. It supposedly looks kind of like this, and I have individual frames that, when put together, will make it animate something vaguely resembling this. And you'll notice that. Oh God, that's too fast. You'll notice that when you play a comet back at fast forward speeds like this, it moves at a different rate of the background stars. So see how it's kind of moved? Oh God, that's the ground. But you get the idea. So anyway, before the week is up, we're gonna have that up on the channel. It may not be clear. It may look, blurry and fuzzy, but it will be a comet that's moving against the star field. And I will actually do it before the week is over. And that's all I wanted to add. Thank you for having me on, as well as everyone else.
No problem.
You know what I got to say about that?
Is that the comet that's coming to get us?
That's the one that made a close pass when the dinosaurs were alive, and then it came back the second time around, like last week. But this is not the one coming to get us yet. Maybe, I don't know, eventually. I mean, it's close enough, I would think, eventually, right?
I don't know. I'm rooting for it.
Yeah, me too.
Smod. Is it named Smod?
I never saw it at all.
If it isn't that one, it's the Torrid Medium stream, which we go through twice a year.
Oh, yeah.
That one is the one that they suspected Tunguska. And some people believe is responsible for the end of the Younger Dryas, which caused massive floods.
And I gotta say one thing to DJ Ronnie G. Nerd! So.
Guilty, yeah. That's all I got to say for myself.
All right. And I do want to say, as far as what's coming up on PACIFIC414 is, I want to finish Gotham Knights, so I will probably be streaming that Friday night. I want to get it done, and if I don't get it done Friday night, I'm going to stream it again on Saturday. I just want to finish that game.
I am so proud of you. Even though your co-gamist ditched you, you're still chucking on. We know about that guy. You know, he's unreliable.
You don't even play Gotham Knights. Shush, Phil. Go look at your picture.
You did.
Go look at your picture of Waffle House girl. Go look at your Waffle House girl picture. Come on. I'm sure you have one.
I know your heartbroken Gap is gone, but I promise
I'm not heartbroken
sooner or later
about anything.
And as far as this Sunday's edition of Pop Talk, of course, it's going to happen. And I'm happy to say that our guest this Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern will be Ryan Roger Athay.
That's cool.
Awesome.
He's all right.
He's going to be on the receiving end.
Well, Sunday's show is going to be tamer compared to tonight's show.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
Listen, you two. I could revoke your mod privileges anytime I wish.
Oh, abuse.
Yeah, but you know how wild Ryan can be, so you know.
Yeah.
He's a wild chap.
And as far as
look who just came into the chat again.
Yeah, he's back. So I wonder, why are we still going?
Yeah, because they won't shut up, Paul. They've been saying goodbye for the past hour.
Well, I'm trying. I want to give everybody the opportunity to say their piece, and then I just wanted to say what I was going to be doing on PACIFIC414, which is trying to finish up Gotham Knights before the game drives me stir crazy. And that I'm happy to announce that our special guest for this Sunday is Ryan Roger Athay. I'm very happy to have him on the channel. And then, of course, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern will be the third collector stream. And on Sunday, I will announce who the guests are going to be once I get confirmation from one more.
Yeah. And I have already been told that I've got a starring role in the remake of Spaceballs.
Oh, I thought you were going to say White Men Can't Jump. What the heck?
No. Yeah. I got the starring role in Spaceballs. I'm that asshole.
See that?
It stinks.
I was gonna say, as far as assholes are concerned, well, I'll play this one more time before I play another clip to take us out. I do have too many damn clips in here.
Yes, you do.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow? Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
So, with that being said, thank you everybody who stopped by and watched, listened, wondered what the hell am I watching or listening to?
Oh yeah.
And please make sure that you leave a like on both Baron Norman Tags Phantomology and PACIFIC414, and consider subscribing to both channels and everybody's channels who has a channel. And until Friday, we will see you next time.
This has been a test of the emergency Hypnotoad system. Had this been an actual hypnosis, you would go limp and watch whatever crap comes on next.
Pop Talk is where it's at, baby.
Ow, my hemorrhoids.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
I just want to know if my robot voice worked before.
We're not seeing.
I thought your normal voice was a robot voice. Nerd!
Well,